Хөрхөн охид trap сонсон. Trap сонсон, trap донсон. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Дагаж дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. I'm here with the Weendawg.
What's up, dude?
Greg Wilson.
Hey.
We got Vinc Pichel walking in late soon, hopefully. Jessy Jess, who I guess is a marriage pact with Vince. We got to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
As well as...
Is that one of those if we're both still single at, whatever?
I'm pretty sure they're both going to be still single. Also, also Dan, the Hangman Hooker, is calling in. He's on a 4-fight winning streak. I want to thank our sponsors, Speedweed. Listen, people, marijuana is legal in California. No reason you have to leave your house to get it. The dispensary, now the lines are down the fucking block now at the dispensaries, and you got to go there, and people can see you, and it's a whole thing. Go order it. Speedweed.com. They got everything from CBD, roll-on CBD, vape pens, marijuana, flower, indica, sativa, hybrids, pre-roll joints. They have sex lube. They have weed coffee. They have everything from edibles. They have marijuana beef jerky. It's
I'm down with that weed coffee, man. That sounds great.
Everything they need, they got you. Okay, so go to speedweed.com. Follow them at Speedweed. Trust me on this one. Also, I've been doing well. I had a crazy week. I had the shows in Ventura went really well. Mm-hmm. I was nervous because I did that show like 6 years ago, and the owner was like, "You're too dirty," talking about coming on girls' faces. He sat me down afterwards and like gave me the whole heave ho about
I've got
how
a few of those.
He's like, "Your crowd work is brilliant, but you don't need to do this and this and that." So I was like. And then he was watching me, and I just felt nervous when like the guy who yells at you watches you.
Well, that's what he's trying to do.
And then, but then it went great. Afterwards, he was like, "Man, you come such a long way. They loved you. Bang, bang, bang. I love your style." And I was like, I felt so good because
that's great, man.
Yeah, I was just, I was happy. I was super happy about that.
Where was this?
In Ventura.
Ventura. Okay, yeah.
And then it was funny. There were like old people. The second show because they have a show at 7:00 on Saturday, which I never understood the 7:00 show. On a Saturday.
Well, I think when they have a 7:00 show on a Saturday, I think that tells you everything about the town that you're in. Okay, it does. It means you've got some older folks.
Yeah, go to bed early.
Yeah, everybody. It's an early town, and this shit's ending early. So when they have Scottsdale's like that.
So it was like, so I go to the lady and the old couple in the crowd. I'm like, "Hey, is she wild in bed?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, she snores real loud."
Nice.
And then there was a girl in the crowd in a wheelchair, but like really handicapped. I'm talking about like you could
like
tell
straight up retarded.
No, first of all, that's not what we say about handicapped people. Number one.
Okay.
Number two.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying that she was paralyzed for
okay.
life, where it was her head was being had like
right. Is it one of those things where she was driving it with this tube, like she had to blow in the tube to make
kind of like
go?
that?
That's tough, man.
And like small body, very small body.
Oh wow.
She's with her boyfriend, who was
nice.
Who was seemed like he was perfectly able. They're holding hands, and I was making fun of everybody in the crowd. And they were laughing, and I didn't want to leave them out. It was one of those things where I'm like...
I understand this feeling, yes.
Like, I don't want to make fun of them to the point where people are groaning or upset.
Right. You don't want it to turn on you, but at the same time, you want them to treat like, hey, you're just like everybody else.
And it's a fine line.
It really is, man. I know. I've walked that line, and I've gotten away with it, but it was really... It's dangerous.
Well, this one I just said... I asked them the questions I would ask anybody else. I'm like, where'd you guys meet?
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, how long you been together?" And she's like, "It's complicated." I'm like, "Oh, was that a Facebook status update?" I did that, and everyone laughed, and they bought T-shirts afterwards. But like, I've done that before where it worked, but it was too much. Where I said like, during sex, she probably gives great head because you could roll her back and forth. And like, but
that's pretty good though.
But it worked.
Yeah.
But those weren't the same type of. You can't just put all disabled people in the same category of. Oh, I'm just gonna do that for everybody who's disabled.
No.
It was like that girl was like who I did that to was like all tatted up, and the guy was like a rocker type dude, and I could tell they would like that kind of joke. But this one,
I gotta tell you, the more you describe them, the weirder it gets.
No, not this
man.
one. I'm saying.
Oh, not
the
this
one that I did where you said you could roll them back and forth. Those were like, it was like a punk rock couple.
Oh, that wasn't this couple.
No. I didn't say that this time. You can roll them back and forth.
Okay, I think that was a little confusing. Did
No.
you think he'd
I
said
know,
it this time?
I thought it was a punk rock dude with the girl in the wheelchair.
No, that was when I
Right,
said.
I thought it was the same couple.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize there was now two.
This was a different couple.
You've made
I'm
fun
saying-
you've made fun of the handicap before. Is what
Of
you're
course,
saying.
yes.
Of course, just making sure, just clarifying that.
And the last time I did it, I said that you could wheel her back and forth.
Right, and they loved it. They're like,
loved it
ah,
because
yeah.
it was a late show.
Right.
They were laughing at all the other dirty stuff.
Right.
Yada, yada, yada. So, and then one time I said, I did a show for a military base, and there was like a really pretty girl with a average looking guy, and I go, what is she, blind? And she held up a cane. She really was blind.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So like, I was like, wow, that's a, but yeah, so that was,
You just ruined it for her, dude. Now she knows she has an ugly boyfriend.
I'm sure she knew
Can I tell you
before.
one time I was doing crowd work and I was hitting on everyone in the crowd, and this woman was wearing a bandana, and I said, "You look like you play bass in Bruce Springsteen's band," you know, and I was like, "Are you gonna read my fortune?" You know, I was just doing bandana jokes, and then her friend yells out, "She has cancer!"
Oh God.
And I mean, the show came to a halt.
What did you do to recover it?
I was like, I don't remember because I remember I started talking so fast and tap dancing fast. I was like, I wasn't making. I was just trying to include her in some of the show, and I started recapping all the insults I've said to other people.
Oh God, at that point it's tough.
And I was like, I was just saying, hey, you got a bandana? Isn't that awesome? You're the one that mentioned the fucking cancer.
Was it?
And the thing is, the one with the bandana, she was looking at her friend like, why'd you fucking say that? Like,
Oh my God.
like she was mad at her friend, and now her friend. Okay, so I managed to dig my way out of it. But the word hung in the air the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And what happened was then the friend, in an attempt to make up for it, the one who had yelled cancer, then over-laughed at all the jokes. So after that, through the rest of the show, she was, right? Like trying to get her friend laughing again. But her friend was mortified because it wasn't obvious to me, and I don't think it was obvious to anybody else.
To me, that's the worst.
That
kind
she
of
had
heckle.
cancer.
The worst
because,
kind of heckle is people who laugh too much to be a dick. Go ha, and
Right.
like, oh, that's the worst. That's the
so it
worst
was
kind of-
really, it took a long time. It took a good 20, 30 minutes before we really began to feel like a show.
She actually
again.
cured cancer by the time her cancer went away. By the time.
But do you think
She actually gave her a different form of cancer.
Do you think she was mortified because her friend announced the entire
Yes,
comedy?
no, that's what she was
Because
mortified
that would
at.
embarrass me
Right,
so
because
bad.
that was the thing,
dude.
like you couldn't tell because like she was like wearing what was a wig. All I saw was hair under a bandana.
Uh-huh.
It didn't look wholly unnatural to me. I just thought she chose.
You didn't notice the Ronald McDonald shirt?
I
she was
didn't.
wearing?
I didn't met the little bracelet from the hospital. You didn't notice the gown. The gown wasn't a tip. The gown.
The 6 doctors around her. that were
Exactly.
trying-
The fucking the IV. That didn't tip you off. The drip.
That is-
So yeah. So she was more mad at her friend for yelling it out because until she said it, didn't it all seem to be that was the case.
Then there was another thing where I was like, there was a couple in the front, and I was like, oh, well, how come you guys aren't laughing? And they're like, you're talking too fast. We can't understand you. So I slowed down every joke, and then they were dying laughing. Actually, it was good. It was actually good feedback. And I was wearing a Barry Sanders shirt, and some lady
Bernie
goes,
Sanders?
Barry.
No,
Barry
well,
Sa-
that's what happened. I'm wearing a Barry Sanders shirt, and someone goes, "Are you going to vote for him next time?" I go, "Who? The running back?" And she's like, "Whoa, I thought." Oh, sorry. Like she thought Barry Sanders was Bernie Sanders.
Right.
You know who Barry Sanders is?
They really
No.
don't look a lot
You-
alike.
you don't know who
what
Barry
kind
Sa-
of shirt
I don't
is
know who
this?
that
Was
is
it
at
a
all.
jersey? I
A
mean,
jersey. That's.
and she
it was-
just figured it's a
yeah.
Bernie Sanders jersey.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
Aren't a lot of Bernies. Now,
Yeah, no, you don't know who Barry Sanders is?
Uh-uh.
He's one of the
Well, I
best
guess
running
there's Bernie
backs of all
Kosar.
time.
In football?
Yeah, in golf. They have running
I don't know
backs now.
any sports other than mixed martial arts and t-ball.
You really don't know that either. But yeah, no, you're absolutely. So anyway, so that was crazy. And then last night at the Dime Bar was one of the wildest shows. So
Oh my God.
wasn't very crowded. So this one girl, this guy, the first comic I put on, he was a male porn star. His name is I forgot his name. Kurt
Diggler?
He's an old school.
Did you say Diggler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's like in his 60s. Now he's doing
Nice.
comedy.
Right. No. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen this guy. He's been around for a while, both in porn and at low-level comedy.
Well, yeah, right. So the thing is like last time I booked him, he brought like 20 porn stars. You know,
Nice.
all older, but they were a great crowd. Kyle Stone is his name, right?
Oh, okay. Not who I'm thinking.
And the thing is that you Google the guy's name, and I told him because I have to Google their names for their flyers to get pictures, and all I see is this guy's penis. But he's so old that I told him from the stage, like, I saw your penis in the 80s with hot chicks, and then the 90s, which not as hot, and now it's just pictures of you watching a black dude bang your wife.
Classic.
And then now comedy. So he went on, and he was kind of funny. It's a funny joke.
Hold on a second. Whoa, I think we're missing something, though. How was the penis?
It was a nice penis, but it wasn't like exceptionally huge. Like, it wasn't like... It wasn't like
He's not known for his
No wonder
dick.
we've never heard of him.
So then I put on this girl. This girl came to the show from England.
He must have been a bottom.
Who told me that she's a I don't know, a hermaphrodite, but actually it's called a. She has a word for it. She says it's a what's it called?
Dual pussy girl.
She's intersexual, which means that she was born with a ball sack and a vagina, and then they removed her ball sack, but she has XY chromosomes, but she's a female.
It's too complicated, dude.
It is very complicated.
So complicated.
So then she went on next.
How do you think she feels?
So she went on next,
you know.
and she was a very super sweet, but like she told me she was gonna bring all these people. All these people they're doing a documentary on her and this and that, and she kept forgetting her act halfway through and then reading it. And but she is very sweet, and she told everyone who wants to see my balls, to which the 8 people in the crowd wanted to see her, but then she didn't whip them out. I actually wanted to see if she still had balls.
I thought you said she had to remove.
She said she had to remove, but then she said, "Who wants to see my balls?" It was even more confusing.
Yeah.
So then, right?
Carry him around in a bag or something.
Then, like,
that'd be kind of cool.
Then there was like the crowd consisted of like 2 guys that were in love with the host, Andrea, and then like this guy Theo Manhattan, who's like looks like Kenny G, this long hair guy, and then like 2 other people, this like nice black guy, right, that was sitting in the back, who seemed like the most normal guy in the crowd, like. And then he gets up halfway through, I think, Josh Spear's set, and he has an ankle bracelet on. So
nice.
He was like, he can't even leave, and he's at a bar with an ankle bracelet. He was the one normal guy we thought at the comedy show.
You're right. The one decent. You're like, this guy, he's okay.
And he hobbles out of there.
Yeah.
So that was the dime last night, and then over the weekend I went to the Dodger game with my dad. It was his Father's Day gift.
I saw that. I was very jealous, and I'll tell you why I was jealous.
Why?
Because I saw on SportsCenter it was a high-scoring game. Was it like 5-2 or something?
6-3, yeah.
Dude, that is a high 6. That is 9 runs in a baseball game.
And it was
because my major complaint with baseball is there's no fucking scoring. You're bored as shit. I saw that. I was like, God, they went to the right game. Every game I go to is like 0-1.
And it was I took my dad, and it was the Freeway Series.
Yeah, Angels Dodgers
instead of the Subway Series.
Right.
But I gotta say, like, when you go to, you get spoiled when going to New York Met games. Because it's Mets Yankees, there's like fights in the crowd. People are dumping beer on each other. Like
that happens at Dodgers games.
I don't know. And maybe it was a day game on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But it didn't have that same. I don't know. Kershaw was pitching. It was cool. But like I remember when I went to the Met game back in the '90s, and they were like in last place, and everyone started yelling "strike, strike, strike," hoping that they would strike. And then they had this guy Jeremy Burnitz, who was terrible for the Mets, and they traded him, and he batted 400. Right. So then they got him back, and he was terrible again. So every time he got up, the crowd would yell MVP just to piss him off. Like those are the kind of fans that I.
That's fun.
So yeah, so that was cool. So what's going on with you, Weendawg?
Dude, I'm deep into this relationship, dude.
How deep?
I had no idea how expensive it is to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't really have a job, dude.
Try having a wife.
Dude. Like, my bank account went from having, like, $500 in it to, like, having, like, $50 in, like, a week,
What are you spending all the money on?
Just going out. Like, it's very rare that you can just, like, hang out at her house.
Your parents at home?
Your parents are always home, but it's always like, because she wants to get out of her house because she's always, like, trapped inside with her parents. So it's like, let's go to the movies, let's go here, let's do this. And now I'm going on, like, double dates with her friends and meeting all of her friends. It's like, it's very strange because this is the first time I've ever had, like, a real relationship where I'm doing, like, relationship things instead of just, tooting and booting it. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you really like this girl, man. That's good.
And we already broke the fart barrier, dude.
She farted in front of you?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
But I told her to. I said, I don't want this to be like an awkward thing, like always hiding farts from each other, having to run into another room, like not telling them. So I said, just let's get it out in the open, dude. We can all wait for nothing. Let's just get it out.
You are turning this into a relationship.
Yeah.
No wonder she wants to give it to you.
Yeah.
She's already farted in front of you?
Yeah, like a couple days ago, I was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that because that fart was terrible, dude. That fart was terrible.
You idiot.
It's no big deal, though.
Women know when they have bad farts. That's why they go in the other room.
Can't wait. So and you heard it? Like it was loud?
No, it was just silent but deadly. I was just like, she was like laying on me, and I just smelt it. I'm like, did you fart? She's like, yeah. I'm like, good. Now that we got that out of the way, it's like it's not going to be in the back of your mind now. Like
Now that we got out of the way, I just like say you need to go back to when you would leave the room and do it somewhere else.
yeah, dude.
'Cause that shit's toxic.
And how are you doing? What's going on with you?
Yeah, so I landed a big commercial. We're shooting that tomorrow, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then this Saturday, we had the second of the Down and Dirty with Greg Wilson at the Ha Ha Cafe,
How'd that
Saturday
go?
late night show. And it seems to be growing. Like, it had a bigger crowd than last time. There was a
it had
lot of
3
people
people?
that were there specifically for me.
Nice.
And we had a great...
Were those your coke dealers or?
only one.
Got it.
Listen, it ain't Saturday night.
We got it.
I'm kidding. They don't come in. They just pull up. Anyways.
Go on.
So, and I had a magician come out and do like table-to-table
I like
sleight of
that.
hand tricks before the show.
That's good.
And I think that really created a lot of positive energy.
It loosens them up.
Really. They were like, because the tricks, everyone was just like, ah, oh my God. Because this guy, his name's Harrison Lampert. He's fantastic. He was amazing. We saw him at the Magic Castle. So we had him come out and do the little pre-show. People fucking went nuts for it. And I think that really just created a lot of great energy. From there, it was just a great show.
And how's jiu-jitsu going for you?
It's good, dude. I haven't been in a couple weeks because I haven't been here. I've been down in Long Beach, like house sitting and doing all kinds of different jobs down there. I've only been in like a...
How is that down there?
It sucks. It's very humid in Long Beach right now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I mean...
A lot of hot ass in Long Beach, though, man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Right? Like
Oh, yeah.
crazy hot ass everywhere.
Especially if you go down like at the actual beach districts.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. And I noticed that people at the beach are also a lot nicer than they are here.
I bet they are, yeah.
People here are terrible, in Los Angeles. They're terrible people.
They're not terrible. They're regular.
Yeah.
But you know what
I've
I'm
been at the
saying.
beach in New York.
So let's talk about some of the fights going on. The fights that happened. You watch the fights over the weekend?
Yeah, the highlights.
Greg, you watch them?
Nope.
Awesome. All right. So
You know what's so funny? When we were sitting down, I was like, were there fights this weekend?
yes. Okay. All right. So main event. Junior Dos Santos looked great. Looked awesome. I actually would like to see him versus Cormier, but I think Stipe deserves a title shot next. But he looked good. That guy from Bulgaria that he was fighting was a monster, though. He was in there the whole fight.
I've never seen him before.
Me neither. I don't know who that guy was.
It's weird how they're giving these people like main event slots, like you've never seen them before.
I think he filled in for somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he looked good. He actually looked good. Nico Price. Oh my God! Finished that fight.
I
with
saw
hammer
that.
fist from the bottom.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
That was impressive.
He was on the bottom.
Hammer fist from the bottom.
He was in the bottom.
Do you think this is one of those things that now people are going to start doing that?
1,000%.
Right.
It's never been done before, as far as I know. And I was
It's so funny the way it seems sometimes like everything's been done and turned into a formula, and then all of a sudden somebody does something else, and it's like, ooh.
It was incredible. It
Yeah.
was incredible. Incredible. Chad Mendez won first round. I'm happy for him. Super nice guy. Came to my
Yeah.
show. I was giving him a hard time. But happy for him. Super stoked for him. Sage Northcutt. All right, let me talk about him for a second.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to watch that fight.
So he won his fight. But everyone's like he was so impressive and this and that against Zach Otto. I am still not buying this hype. He fought a guy that I guess is a good fighter, but he got taken down, was getting beat up. And yeah, he got to his feet, but he was getting taken out a lot. And I think a better fighter would have finished him. I know that. He's
Yeah.
got to work on his takedown defense. I know he's a team alpha male. He's getting better at wrestling. And he looked great when he won. And everyone's like, people are like, oh, he's going to be the next. My dad was like, this guy's the next champion. And I'm like, slow down, Dad.
He's just so hard to sell to like hardcore MMA fans. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Well,
hardcores look at him and are like, dude, he's so cringy. And like something weird about him, right?
Well, he does. He seems very cultish, like he's from a different
He
planet.
seems like if a Stepford wife, like a Stepford husband.
He's just something off.
Like there's
with him.
something missing behind those
But
eyes.
he's like a super nice guy, and I was happy for him. I just think that he can't get taken down like that because a better guy, I think, would have finished that fight.
I think Mike Perry called him out, right? Mike,
I would love to.
That'd be an
have-
awesome
they
fight.
would never in a million years.
Yeah, they would.
Let Sweet Boy Sage
I think they would.
in the ring with the
They
animal
would.
Mike
they're,
Perry.
They're so short-sighted now. It's
Fuck.
all about money now for them.
I don't think so. I think they're still trying to build that brand.
I don't know. And I think I would love to see that fight. I mean,
I would
that's,
too, dude.
And I'd be rooting for Sage.
Would you?
No way, dude.
It's like good versus evil. I never saw. I mean, Mike Perry. Really?
I gotta go with Mike Perry,
Why?
dude. Because he's entertaining.
Yes.
He's funny.
So is Sage Northcutt.
No,
he's entertaining
not.
in like a. I feel bad when I make fun of him though, because he's like the retarded kid at school, like with
All right,
autism.
first of
It's
all,
like he
no,
just needed something to do between Bible studies.
It does seem that way, but I mean, I said he only found out.
No, there's anything wrong with it.
He has to look both ways before he goes to the octagon.
That was a good
and
one, yeah.
have like a parent's no permission. But I do like him.
He has one of those squeezy fruits in between rounds.
Yeah, he's like
A go-gurt?
Like Go-Gurt.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's like that, yeah. Like, it's like only now it's pure fruit puree. They
It does remind me of Tim Tebow, where like every time someone would tackle him, he would say, "Jesus loves you."
No, but there was something about Tim Tebow though. Like he seemed genuine, like whereas Sage seems programmed.
He seems like he was made in a laboratory. Like,
That's
he doesn't-
exactly. Like he's just running. You know what it is? It's like he's from another planet, and he's doing what they told him humans do.
Yeah.
And it's like they seem obsessed with this Ultimate Fighting Championship. Go and conquer that culture. I will do it.
He does seem like that.
I will learn their ways.
Now, you don't think Tebow's going to look back though and think about all the chicks he could have got at University of Miami, and be like, I know he was like a virgin back then, or if he still is, whatever, and be like, why did I pass that up?
Here's the thing though. Isn't he like still unmarried?
I don't know.
Because if he's still unmarried, I mean, at a certain point you got to wonder if he's just like
Into dudes.
right.
Yeah.
You know.
But I don't think he was banging dudes then either.
I don't think he's banging anybody because he's into banging dudes.
You think so?
No, not really. But I don't know. It's got to, how is it possible to remain? I mean, what?
Yeah. No, it was crazy. And then
And I'm a fan of Tim Tebow. I wanted him to do well in the NFL. I loved watching him scramble around and make plays. And that's the thing. Like, I still can't believe they just decided, nah, we're done with you.
the Jets fucked him up. The Jets had him, and they just wouldn't put him in.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, like, he was entertaining. People liked watching
people
him.
liked him.
It
People
really-
would start cheering. Ticket sales would go up because of him. And if they just wouldn't, and then he did well when he played for Denver. He won a playoff game.
He was
and then they were
effective.
just like, fuck you.
He was effective.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then nobody was like, nah, and they just let him go.
Rex Ryan fucked him up. Stupid Rex Ryan. So Liz Carmouche, the MILF, UFC MILF, it was Carmouche versus Kat Zingano.
I thought it was Marion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Marion versus Kat Zingano.
Yeah.
Both of them look good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kat won. Happy for Kat, but I
Good
like
for her,
Marion.
yeah.
But Kat's been through so. I mean, oh my God, between the injuries and her ex-husband committing suicide, all this. But they're both smoking hot, and I was happy for Kat. Although I was kind of hoping Marion. I like both of them. And then Dennis Bermuda got robbed. I thought Bermuda won his fight. You watched that fight?
No, who did he fight?
Dennis Bermudez fought. Come on.
Oh, wasn't it Rick Glenn? Was that it?
No. They're in the. Yeah.
Was that him?
Was it Rick Glenn?
I know Rick Glenn won his fight.
I think it was Rick Glenn against Bermudez, and I thought Bermudez got robbed, but then at the end he went over to like talk to the guy, and the guy was like, "No, I'm talking to the winner," and it was so awkward. It was
my
really
God.
awkward. But yeah, so it was Rick Glenn beats Dennis Bermudez. That fight was bullshit. Bermudez won that fight. And by the way, who else?
The Danger.
Who
Darren
won?
Elkins lost, right?
Elkins lost, but I didn't see that one, but I heard it was a war.
Oh,
I heard it was a war, but I heard he looked like he got like murdered. But you just can't get Elkins down.
Oh my God.
He's like that guy you want in a street fight behind you.
Yeah.
Like that friend that will take on 20 guys.
Oh yeah, he always wants more.
Always.
Always.
And then Justin Scoggins lost. That was a close fight. Kurt Hallbach lost by TKO. Liz Carmouche won. And then Mark De La Rosa, who's married to another girl, De La Rosa, he won. And then Jessica Aguilar beat, who I'm happy for. She was the first ever lesbian champion, but it was in the SOSY.
That you know about.
Gay champion. The first gay champion.
That
was this
you
girl.
know about.
What do you mean? You think a lot of
There's
these
been other
girls?
gay champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool if there's ever gonna be like a male gay. Think there'll be ever a male gay
I was going to
champion?
ask, like, is there
That's what I'm
actually
saying. There may have been. We don't know.
is there any known male gay UFC fighters?
I don't know of any.
Strange, dude. Who do you think? Like, who would you suspect?
I was going to say, no one say any names right now.
Who would you suspect is a gay
come
fighter?
after you,
Who would I
motherfucker.
suspect? Probably Rampage. And no,
No, but I'm saying, if you think about it, we know what's his name. Well, he's not really. He's more a radio personality than a fighter, but he's done some fighting.
Who's that?
The guy from Sirius.
Jason Ellis?
Yeah, he's bisexual.
Yeah.
He's admittedly bisexual.
That's true.
So
But he doesn't get banged in the ass. He only does the banging, I think, or something. Like
I thought it was a blowjob thing.
or blowjobs.
Yeah.
But he won't blow
Like he gets
anybody.
blown by dudes.
Yeah, but he won't blow anybody else.
Right.
So I guess he says he's way more.
Maybe that just makes you super fucking horny. Maybe that just you're like, I can't wait on this girl to come fuck it, dude. You're up. Suck it.
Have you ever got blown by a guy, Joe?
No, but I would have to see the guy that's blowing him to determine Jason's gayness level. Because if the dude is blowing him looks like Greg, it's like, dude, that's super gay. But if it looks like a hot tranny or something, transsexual,
Right, because you used to jerk into tranny porn.
Not really to completion, but I would jerk it a little bit. Just like to get a party started, dude. Just to get the party started.
You would just use you to get it. So that's what got it up for you. Okay, listen, kid. I hate to tell you this, but that's the worst part.
What do you mean, just a tip? But you just tip with tranny porn too? Transgender porn? It's hard to
This
know.
kid's all about teasing it. You just can't. You're not about finishing.
Well, I'm a freaky dude.
And then Bellator Friday night. Julia Budd looked great. Happy for her. Finally. Because there's a couple of close decisions. She looked awesome.
You know what the problem is, dude, for me?
What?
I got a new DVR.
Yes.
And so all my old settings are gone.
Yeah.
And so I never know what is not programmed to record until I realize, oh shit, I got to put in the Bellator and the UFC again. Because that shit used to always, just anytime something was on, boom, it was on.
Well, she looked good. Michael McDonald, who used to be in the UFC, he won his fight, and killed the guy. 1 minute, beat Dantas. But he broke his hand during the fight, and then his post-fight speech was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I got bills to pay. Yeah, it was the most depressing post-fight victory speech I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks. They all really kind of complain about it. And I guess it is tough. We do deal with this as comedians. I used to say I was working full-time day and night when we were developing, because I would work a full-time job at a bank, at a French bank during the day. And then, which, if you're going to work at a bank, work at a French one. They're
Why?
Incredibly lax about everything. Everyone was drinking. It was awesome.
What did you do at the bank?
I was just administrative, executive assistant.
How did you get that job?
It started as a temp job in Dallas, and I transferred within the company to New York, and that's how I got to move
Do you
to New York.
speak French?
No. But I didn't have to. Most of the people that worked there spoke English, but then all the major people were French.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they would have stagiaire, which is French for interns.
Were you rolling their money and doing lines with it, or?
Yeah, well, there were a lot of wine bars. At around 4, they'd wheel out a wine bar, and we'd all get drunk.
God.
It was great.
God. All right, so.
But yes, but what I was saying was we worked all day, and then we go out and do comedy all night long, all night. From 5, I would be at an open mic at 6, and I'd be out till 1 in the morning, and then go up, sleep for a few hours, do the whole thing next day. So I understand these guys, it's a full-time job to train for these fights, but you got to have the other thing, because the process of building the money part in this game is so spread out.
And I tell my wife this all the time, and it's hard to tell someone 9 months pregnant this, but it's
you don't let that stop you.
There's
That's
less comedians than there are professional baseball players. I'm not talking about comedians, about people that say they're comedians, okay? Because everyone in the fucking world says, I'm the comedian.
Right.
You look at every third person's Instagram thing is comedian or Twitter and I'm talking about people, professional comedian.
Yeah.
Make a living at comedy.
Right.
Okay? I'm talking about make more than, let's say, $50,000 a year, a livable wage,
right,
which is still not great, doing stand-up comedy. There's less than that than there are baseball players.
Yeah.
You think about how many people make the pro baseball. I think I've met a couple baseball players in my life. How many great people in your high school were like, I'm going to be a pro baseball player.
Oh,
and they were the best in their fucking, you're like, oh, this person's going to the pros, and then they never make it to the pros. Something happens, they make it AAA, this and that, or they fizzle out, they play college. That's how hard it is to become a comic.
Yeah.
So, which is why, and comics are so willing to fucking push other comics off cliffs to get spots. It's such a dog-eat-dog world. And it's not like med school or law school where you go to law school, you're probably going to get a job, okay, placed somewhere.
And make some money. Immediately.
Okay? Med school.
It sucks. They own your life.
I don't know many broke doctors. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I know a lot of middle-class lawyers, because they're not that good at it or whatever,
Right.
or they chose, environmental law or something, which is actually great, but it pays less.
Right,
than,
right,
let's
right,
say,
right,
corporate
right.
law. But you're gonna do okay. You can do stand-up comedy for 50 years and never make more than $10,000 total. There's no guarantees.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no degree. So it's so fucking hard to make it.
Yeah.
It's so hard. And people
And there's
don't
no
real-
ladder. That's the thing. There's no ladder. There's no area. You don't just get promoted like, oh, now I'm this, and now I'm a senior vice president, and now I'm an executive vice president, and now I'm, now
There's
I'm the
no
president.
belts. And the internet has made it harder in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden, it's all about filling seats. There's so much other shit to do with Netflix and this and internet.
Really quick, I would like to everybody listening, if you think watching stand-up on YouTube all day is the same as going to a comedy club, you couldn't be more wrong. And you ask people, have you been to a comedy club? And most people say no. Like, they don't even think about it because they can just watch it on YouTube and they think that's the same thing.
Or people think they know comedy because they listen to certain podcasts. Okay?
Right, right. Oh, God.
They listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, and I like Joe Rogan. He's a friend of mine. I've been on the podcast, yada, yada. But just because you haven't been on Joe Rogan's podcast doesn't mean that you're not a comic. Or just because you have doesn't mean you're a great comic. It's like there's all levels to this shit. I remember somebody was going top 10 comedians in the world, and there were all these lists. And the same people were fucking popping up on the list because they're on certain podcasts. And I'm like, that's what? Are you seeing what I'm seeing every fucking night at the comedy club? And just there are certain comics that they don't. There's luck in this game. Certain comics are bad at the internet. Okay, certain comics are great at the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys like Greer Barnes, who you've probably never heard of, who's an amazing comic.
Yeah.
Or Peter Berman is a guy who's a fucking beast of a comic. He hasn't, but there are so many guys out there that for some reason there are guys on the road. I mean, Nick
Guerra?
Not Nick Guerra. Nick Guerra's a good comic too, but Nick
Apollo?
No, Nick DiPaolo's another great comic.
Nick Griffin?
Nick Griffin is a guy that you probably have never heard of. And he did
Letterman like 6 times.
And he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a fucking monster. But people think, oh, well, if that person hasn't been on Wildin' Out, then they're not a comic. Or some fucking nonsense.
Can I tell you to that point? I went to meet with this manager one time. She's like, I managed Nick Griffin. And I was like, who?
Yeah.
And she goes, he's done Letterman 6 times. And I was like, are you serious? How do I not know about this guy? And then, of course, I went and watched his clips. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay.
He's a good comic. And then also, the talk shows are not what they once were. In the 80s, you did Johnny Carson. You walk down the street the next day, people fucking recognize you.
Yeah.
Now, you can literally do Conan O'Brien, and not one more person will come to your show the next day.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing is you think it's going to automatically change your life the next day, and it doesn't. You get pretty much the same spots. You get pretty much the same everything.
I know I sound bitter and blah, blah, blah. I'm not. I love what I do. I'm blessed. I'm lucky. I love what I do. I've had some help along the way. From my dad helped me when I was starting out, and people have helped me, and yada yada yada. But I forgot the fucking point. What was the point I'm making? I forgot why. Maybe I'll go on this rant. But the point is that it's fucking really hard to become a professional comedian, and you should.
Oh, just like being a professional fighter,
being
and
a
so many.
fighter.
Yes,
and that's also. I mean, the reason that the show's from 5 to 7 is so Vince can come on the show. Vince is one of the best fighters in the world. Vince is working as an electrician during the fucking day.
Yeah,
has a day job.
And that's what you got to do.
What fucking basketball player on the Lakers is working as an electrician? Please, Nate, give me one.
Right.
On the Clippers, on the summer league team, they're not fucking doing it. On the it's insane how underpaid these fucking guys are.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. But some people are jumping on different tracks, which leads me to the feud right now between Brendan Schaub and Dana White. Obviously, Dana White's a friend of mine. Brendan Schaub is not a friend of mine. I don't really know him. I met him once in my life, so I'm not going to trash him. I'm just saying that I have a close personal relationship with Dana. Dana's helped me out. He gave me a job working for the UFC for 3 years.
Yeah.
He gives me tickets to the fights.
Sometimes.
He did the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Brendan Schaub, I don't know. I know people that like him, but people that don't. Okay. That being said, what happened was the whole thing. There's probably a lot more leading up to this, but because we don't know what happened before then. But what happened was that fighter from New Zealand the black fighter who's the fucking guy who just beat Brad Tavares.
Adesanya.
Yeah,
Israel Adesanya.
What's his nickname though? He's got
Style Bender? Yeah.
So he basically Brendan Schaub was on his show on Showtime, which I haven't watched. But he said like, yeah, a lot of these kickboxers are coming in, and there's they think they could just make the crossover, but they're not. Talking about, he didn't specifically say Gokhan Saki. If he just would have said Saki, who he was talking about, that would have been fucking over. So this Stylebender thinks he's talking about him. So he makes a post on Instagram like, the fuck's this guy talking about? I just won my fight, blah, 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 blah. So that's how it started. Then Dana White chimes in going, why are you listening to this fucking idiot? Only thing he could teach you is how to get knocked out. The guy's a tool. He went 6-5 in the UFC. Don't listen to this fucking clown. Then Brendan Schaub comes in. Oh, really? Well, at least I had a fight. You never even fought in the UFC. You're a fucking monster.
Well, he had to invent it first. I mean,
it was invented before Dana White. But yes, I hear you. He took it to that level.
Yeah.
What do you know? And then, okay, so it was like kind of even. I understand both their points. Dana didn't have to get involved, but he was kind of looking out for Stylebender. It wasn't even about Stylebender, which is the whole thing started. And then Schaub took it 3 steps further, where he posts on Instagram and about he just went off. Did you read his post?
Yeah, I did. We mentioned about Ronda. I mean, he didn't really say Ronda, but he said that we're Eskimo brothers. And
Yeah. So basically, then fucking Schaub takes it to the next level, which here's where I think he kind of didn't have to go there. There were enough things that he could have said without going here. This is hilarious because he said, "Wait till Joe Rogan dumps you, and we'll see where you are." Basically, that's what Dana said about him.
yeah.
I mean, he Joe Rogan has put him in front of a lot of people, a lot of people. But yes, Joe Rogan, one of my best friends, has played a significant role in my post-fight career. That's what Schaub said. No doubt, you're right about that, Dana White. 2 TV shows, sold out worldwide comedy tour. All right, I know he does well. I'm not saying I don't know about sold out worldwide, but okay, all right. 2 successful podcasts. Yeah, can't deny that. I just booked my first major movie role. Super grateful. However, if it wasn't for the Fertitas loaning your ass millions of dollars to invest into an idea that wasn't yours from the start, you wouldn't be shit. That's bullshit. I mean, Dana White has worked so fucking hard to get to where he can. A lot of people could have been loaned millions of dollars, and that thing would have been over. I mean, Dana, you can't deny what Dana has done for the sport. That's going wrong. How's it feel to know once the real business brains left, the UFC has been a shell of itself with you at the forefront? Also not true. It was, I think it peaked out at UFC 100 with Brock Lesnar, and it's kind of been a little bit on the decline, like anything else, but it's still doing major fucking numbers. You tried it all. CM Punk, bringing Brock to come back, and praying at night for a Connor text. Tough job to do without Lorenzo holding your hand, making sure you don't mess it all up. Can't feel good. You'd be a cardio kickboxing coach in Boston in your late 40s, hoping to grab a ticket to my stand-up front row. If Lorenzo didn't save your ass. Also, this is no way Eskimo brothers should talk to one another. Last warning. So now he's saying he and Dana fucked the same girl, which Dana's a married guy. That's not what you want to put out there. I guess I'm putting it out there too. But I'm just relaying the information.
And you guys think it's Ronda?
Oh no! Allegedly.
Oh, is that right? Allegedly, it's Ronda Rousey?
Ronda, because Brendan dated Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, that's fucked up. That's. I got Dana's my friend. Brendan's not. Like I said, I'm on. I guess if I had to choose the team, I would be on Team Dana. At the same time, maybe he shouldn't have just all of a sudden jumped in about Brendan Schaub for no reason, or maybe there should have been. Maybe I'm sure there had to have been some kind of. He wouldn't just do it for no reason, right? I don't think he would.
I think just having
comments.
These public arguments are just so strange because they're doing it and they know that they're sending these like messages out and there's gonna be millions of people reading these, right?
Yeah.
It's just that aspect makes me like kind of creeped out. I was like, what are you guys doing? Why don't you just talk on the phone like men? If you have beef like this, instead of just putting it out on the internet on Twitter like little girls, you know what I'm saying? And like the Brendan Schaub thing where he says you be a boxing coach wishing to get a front row seat at my comedy show. It's like that made me cringe when I saw that.
Made me cringe and also like relax about your comedy show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's levels to this shit. Just come on, man, get over yourself. There's no reason that anybody. we all have to be. I don't know. Being humble is not a bad thing. You know.
There's Vince.
There's something to be said about people that could just be fucking humble.
Well, I mean, he's clearly, lashing out. He's pissed and making these, because he's lashing out at a guy that's got, hundreds of millions of dollars and all of his dreams came true and. So he's making the best argument he can, I guess.
But he also put Brendan Schaub in the UFC. This dude, Dana White. Like there wouldn't be. I mean, Schaub.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's up, Vince? I mean, Schaub.
From hell.
Schaub was a pro football player.
Hey man, how you feel, man?
Hey, I mean, he was a pro football player.
Was he really?
Yeah, but then he tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, which Dana got. Dana's responsible with the Fertitas on the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, there would be no Brendan Schaub without Dana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then he put hashtag I can do your job, you can't do mine.
Listen, there are a lot of people that have learned to hate their employers.
What?
So that isn't anything
now.
Oh shit, he looks pissed.
You'll be fine. So Vinc Pichel just showed up.
You got me a couple times already.
Yeah. Vince, how are you, man?
I'm good, Adam. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Is this uncomfortable that I'm a little close to you on the
It's
couch
all
like
good,
this?
man. So what are your thoughts on the Dana White?
It's almost like a jiu-jitsu move the way you guys are sitting together.
Of course. So
It
Vince,
could
what are
be.
your thoughts on this fucking Dana White thing?
And Schaub?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny, and I think Schaub has way too much dirt for Dana to just be talking shit to him. Honestly,
Whose team are you on?
I don't know. I
Team
gotta
Jacob or
stay-
Team Edward?
I could wait. What? Say it again.
Just Twilight.
That's a
Twilight reference. Move on. God damn it.
I'm like, what team were we talking about now?
Took me a minute too, and then I was like, oh, I hate that I know that.
Yeah, no, I said that I was on Dana's team. This week, Dana is a friend of mine, got me a job, give me tickets.
Yeah.
He's a buddy, did the podcast. I don't really know Brendan.
I don't know Brandon either, and I got to be on Dana's side, but I think it's kind of funny. I like watching stuff like that.
Yeah, no, and there's also another feud where
I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people get off on why. Like, people always chime in with, like, eating the popcorn and stuff.
of
Like,
course.
I mean.
Dude, why do you think the Kardashians still have a job and a life?
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't
People
know.
like that kind of shit.
then there's also a feud between Mike Epps
so
and Kevin
weird.
Hart this week. You see that
Really?
feud?
Wait, what happened, Kevin Hart?
So Kevin Hart and Mike Epps were going at it. So fucking Mike Epps. So fucking what was that?
Like, it's
So
like
let me
a
get it,
fire
yeah.
hazard.
I know. Dude, if a firefighter went here right now, or what is it, a fire marshal?
Yeah.
She'd be fucked.
So
He's got his jiu-jitsu belt all wrapped around.
So Mike Epps basically. So Mike Epps
awesome
puts on
music.
Instagram like he's in a new movie called Dolomite, right?
Yeah.
And which looks really funny. I just
Yeah,
seen the picture.
Craig's in it. Craig Robinson.
So he puts
Eddie
like
Murphy.
Dolomite.
Yeah,
Why does
so-
that,
so
why
he
does that
put,
sound
like-
like I've heard
It's a
that before?
remake of original 70s black
It is,
exploitation
right?
film called Dolomite, which is hilarious and awesome, dude. Everyone should see the original.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
So he put on Instagram like a picture with him and Eddie Murphy, right? And then one of his fans wrote like,
Who did
"Still-
this? Who did this? Mike Epps?
Epps. And somebody in the fans wrote, still funnier than Kevin Hart, right? No, that's what one of his fans wrote. So then Mike Epps goes, everybody is.
Oh.
So then Kevin Hart came in and said, hey, listen, man, I don't know what the beef is between us on Instagram.
Are they friends? They're not friends?
He goes, every time I see you to your face, you're fucking nice, blah, blah, blah. But listen, Mr. Bitter, he called him Mr. Bitter, which is kind of funny. My success has nothing to do with your success. No, first he wrote, but not everyone can sell out venues all over the world with like a dancing emoji. Like that's what Kevin then put. And then he put like, if I don't understand, what your beef is with me. I did nothing to you, blah, blah, blah. Kevin actually was like kind of nice on Instagram about it, but a little bit. But then all of a sudden, what's his name gets involved? Nick Cannon.
Oh God.
And then Nick Cannon writes, listen, we got to stay together, brothers, and get the white man's money or something. Right? So then Mike Epps goes, man, if you don't get your drumline ass out of here, like
He should have known that's where I was going.
so Vince, how you doing, man?
Nick Cannon trying to jump in on
Yeah,
it.
like what's it?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, can't we all just make this money?
I know. And then they all just bash on him.
So how you doing, man?
I'm okay. I just drove here from work. I'm sorry I'm so late.
It's all good, man. How's we moved it because of you, by the way. You know that, right?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm still fucking late.
Yeah, you're an hour late. Because you said you could do 5 to 7, so I was like,
5 o'clock's
I
probably
could,
got a
but you
tough
know
time,
what?
though, right?
Today I had a doctor's appointment that I had to go to. That's why I told you I was gonna be late.
And how's the training going?
Training's doing well. I'm training after work right now. It's kind of rough, but I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm taking some time off right now. I'm working on some stuff. Not taking time off training, but taking time off from fighting. Working on some stuff.
Why?
Working back on my ground game. You know what, dude? Like, my eyes are open. Have been opened again. Like, I was really like, oh God, I was really good on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, I was better on the ground than I was at striking. And then I worked so much on my striking. Now no one wants to strike with me. And I felt like when I fought Gregor, like I was like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like, to myself. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, you know what I mean? It was a good fight, but I feel like I was so much better than that. So I'm going to work on a lot of my ground. I'm going to get my ground back up.
Now,
And,
did you train gi or no gi?
No gi.
You never trained gi in your life?
No. I've worn a gi, I think, like twice. Yeah. And that was to do judo, not even jiu-jitsu.
I'm actually learning gi chokes now. I'm learning gi chokes now. They're interesting.
Like the baseball
gi
bat
chokes?
choke.
Yeah, baseball bow, and then from the bottom, how to like. I actually like it. I actually like gi. I didn't think I
Really?
would ever like gi, but I'm like, wow, this is but I don't know how effective they'd be in a real fight.
I hate to say this, but it sounds super gay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I hear both things about it. So I hear some people saying, like, you should do gi because it'll give you good fundamentals and yada yada. And I'm like, fundamentals of what? Grabbing onto clothes? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's my logic.
I mean, if I'm in a fight, am I going to grab the guy's shirt and try to choke him with it?
Yeah, like it's not applicable to me. So I was
Maybe.
always like, fuck it. But a lot of
Really?
people tell me, like, if you do it, it's good for your basics and whatnot, learning and you know, yada yada, control. And then work on a no-gi because no-gi is really hard to hold on to someone.
What's that?
Let me cut in real quick.
Go on.
Was my mic completely cut out when we were in Vegas?
Yeah, but you put it back on halfway through.
Oh, so that's when you started hearing me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I had some good stuff
I
in the
know,
beginning.
man. Sometimes, like when you have a microphone, you can check to see if it's on or not.
I know.
But it was my fault.
Well, these ones with
I thought the IT
button
guys were on
actually
top
on
of
the
shit.
mic. This is some bullshit design over here. Where they have the on and off switch on the actual microphone. Like when you hold it, you just sometimes just turn it off by accident.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, Vince, I know things have been tough for you. And listen, sexual performance issues, more common. Over
fuck my
25% of
ozone.
new ED cases are guys under the age of 40, which is you, Vince. 40% of men by age 40 struggle from not being able to get and maintain an erection. All right, look at Joe. He has to watch different kinds of porno. Even the greatest actors can't fake one. The solution is forhims.com. It's a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men. Thanks to science, ED can be optional. HIMS connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat ED. Well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to help you combat ED. One ED pill starting with a V just came off patent on December 11th, and it's a game changer. Trust me, guys. Check it out. Go to forhims.com. It is so easy. It is hard-made easy. It's erectile without the dysfunction.
Hard made easy.
So
That's a good one. That's a good one.
try HIMS for a month for just
like
$5. We'll get you started for just $5 while supplies last. See the website for full details. This will cost hundreds. Went to a doctor or to a pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/MMA Roasted. That's forhims.com/MMA Roasted. Forhims.com/MMA Roasted.
Hey, what's the one for Speedweed? What's the...
Go to speedweed.com.
Speedway.com.
Yeah, and just mention roasted.
Oh,
is it
you.
roasted or
Yeah.
is it MMA roasted?
You get roasted.
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 Just
Yeah,
roasted.
And you get
Okay.
orders $10 off, $100 or more.
Okay.
So how you doing, man? You so taking time off to because by the way, I talked to Sean Shelby about you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You know what he said?
What do you say?
You're a rock star.
Really?
He said you will take any fight. Everyone was turning down Gillespie except for you, and he said Vince is a rock star, which is why he won't cut you. So
I was talking to him too actually that night. We were at the awards. I was talking about it at the bar.
So that's good, man.
Yeah. I really like him. Him and Joe, man. Like, I'm super appreciative of them. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, fuck it, give me whoever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
Yeah, but you're taking time off to get back to your ground game.
I'm not really taking time off. I'm just taking time away from like actually fighting. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in the gym. I'm still working on stuff, but I'm not like being like, okay.
But aren't you like 60? I mean, you're
I'm getting there, yeah. But I still feel young, man. I'm still.
yeah, you have no miles on you.
No, I still feel like pretty good. You know what I mean? Like,
But when you
I'm
wanna
pretty
fight again?
surprised. I'm pretty surprised.
When do you want to fight again?
For sure this year, but later this year.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So it's not like I'm taking like a year off or something crazy,
man.
like a month. Or like
Scared me, dude.
No,
You made
man.
it sound like you were gonna I just need to go to the Himalayas. I'll
need
be
to find
back in
myself. I
5
need to
to
find
7
myself.
years. If I'm not back by 2023, come find me.
Now you were in Vegas.
Dude,
with
I thought it was gonna be some
No,
epic. You're
that's
like,
not-
I'm gonna
that's
take
not
some
too
time,
much.
a month or two.
No, I'm a pretty quick turnaround kind of guy. If I can.
Good.
now
That's
you
what-
were in
yeah.
Vegas with some girl.
what I wanna
by the
hear.
way. Tattooed,
that-
very pretty face.
That's my friend Stephanie.
She was all about you. but it seems like you guys are just friends. What's going on with that?
Everyone's harassing me over this chick. Me and her.
Smash,
relationship.
dude.
No, man. We have never like hooked up. We've never.
Really?
Yes, never.
But there's sexual tension there.
Kissed.
Okay, so you shared a room with her.
we've like.
So you're
talked
the one
about
that
it.
doesn't want it.
I don't know. Not right now. No, I don't.
That's what
I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you shared a room with her in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you guys just next to each other cuddled?
Yeah, we're like, I mean, we're good friends. Like, okay, we slept in the same bed together. Like,
Did
she
you-
spent at my house, I spent at her house. Like, it's not like it's weird. I know that like that's fucking so weird to everyone.
Did you have a boner? Did you have a boner?
Did you
What?
watch it? Did
Haven't.
you watch each other beat off or something? Or
No, but like I've seen her naked. She's seen me naked.
Nice.
Wait, what?
And it didn't lead to anything, though?
Yeah. When did you see? Just what do you?
Well, like,
Voyeurs?
no, but like in Vegas, like when we get out of the shower and stuff, I'm
you're
changing.
just walking
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
just being
Yeah,
cool.
I was like, I don't know, and I'm kind of like whatever about it. I'm not,
Yeah.
like,
But you
know
weren't
what I
like this could be in you.
mean? No, I don't.
What's it gonna take?
such a
to get,
douchebag.
what's it gonna take to get this
Fucking
in
love it.
you today?
Oh wow. Yeah.
I can go talk to my
Chances.
manager. Let me go talk to my manager. What's it gonna take?
Damn, man, you were the most
No, but-
relaxed guy. You're not gonna fight for months. You're not gonna bang this chick ever. Damn,
I know.
Good for
I
you. That sounds nice. No
There's-
stress.
I know. I feel like I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me when you put it like that?
There is
but-
no urgency here with you at all, man.
Did you fuck
I'm a
anybody
go with the
else?
flow kind of guy. You know what I mean? Honestly, I was trying to hang out with
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
call
Jessy
we're
Rose
gonna
out
call
there.
Jessy Jess right now, who said that you guys have a marriage pact.
yeah.
What is that? What is going on here?
That is some
Well,
bullshit.
because I don't know if I should say it. Cause
She already
I don't-
said
I
it.
don't-
She
oh,
told,
she did?
she told me to ask you about it.
Oh, okay. So I don't know how much I could tell the story though. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of it's not like.
Well,
private,
tell it
but-
before we have her on the phone.
Yeah, we're gonna call her in a few
Okay.
seconds.
So she. Okay, so she came out here, right? She just kind of, I don't want to say why she came out here, but she moved out here.
Because some guy was beating her up and she fucked him up and
Yeah,
knocked him
yeah.
out and yeah.
Okay, yeah, that shit. So she moved out here to get away from it, whatever. She just lives in Vegas, so I'm like, what are you doing then? Like, you just living out there and like talking and get to know, like, you know, get to know what's going on with her. And so she's like, tell me, she's like, yeah, I just moved out here. She's like, I don't really know. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I'm like, that's cool. I was like, so, I'm like, you got like did you get a visa or like, what do? You like jumping back over the board and then back in? I was like, cause I know, you know, there's loopholes and shit to keep your visa going. So she's like, oh no, I have no idea. I don't know. And then I was like, whoa, I kind of threw it out there at first. I was like, well, if you want to like, want that green card, you know what I mean? I was like, I'll marry you. I was like, it might cost you something, no? She's like, what? I was like, well,
Anal.
I was like, I don't know. What do you got?
Anal?
Yeah, I was trying to get her to say something, get her to confess something. So I was like, I don't know. What do you got? And then I was like, by the way, I was like, I only have one stipulation. She goes, what's that? I was like, you could boss me around sexually, but that's it. If you fucking try to boss me around any other situation besides sexually, it's not gonna fly well
What
with
do you
me.
mean? What, you like when
good.
girls boss you around sexually?
No, but I'll let shit slide if
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
Right, that's when they can.
Yeah,
It's not what you're into, but if you're going to, that's when you can get away with it.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
My wife one time, she was lying there and I took my dick out and started hitting her in the butt with it. And then she's
You're like, come
I
on.
don't think she would appreciate you telling this
she's
story.
like, what are you doing? I was like,
Come on, I've done that.
She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but you didn't marry her.
I go going up Schitt's Creek. The look at her face of like, I can't believe this. I'm having this guy's baby.
Oh my God, this getting worse.
The look of it's too late now. Yeah. So anyway,
Does
she
she
goes.
listen to this? Please don't listen to this.
No.
So I tell her about the
Her,
marriage.
her mom does though.
I tell her about the
Great.
marriage thing. She goes, well, guess what? I think it was her friend. She told me had actually like told her about some guy that was like, I'll marry you because I need the tax break or whatever,
Yeah.
some shit like that. So she's like, yeah, and I met the guy and he's like super like dark. And I was like, oh, like you don't like dark eyes? Like, what do you mean dark? Like tan or like black dark? She's like black. I was like, oh. She's like, yeah, my family wouldn't like, they wouldn't believe that I married him. I was like, yeah, I understand that. I was like, well,
So when is
I was
this?
like, well, my offer's always on the table, so.
And so this isn't even like if we're both 40 or whatever. This like could happen next year.
Yeah.
Like if they're like, you gotta get out.
Hello,
there you are,
Jessy
you're
Jess.
stuck.
Dude, why are you so fucking crackly?
Oh, I
Sounds like you're calling from space.
I am. I'm calling from space. How are you doing?
You are calling from space?
Yes.
I'm good. I'm sitting in my hot car outside the gym.
Nice. Well,
Waiting for you?
you're on the MMA Roasted
What a
Podcast.
weirdo.
It's me, Vinc Pichel, Greg Wilson, Weendawg. Two guys that I think are madly in love with you.
What's up, my future wife? How we doing?
Fuck Vince.
Oh, what a... Oh, wow. Already with the cunty attitude, huh?
Yeah. Okay, here's what happened. So I suggested that Vince and Jess both present at the MMA Awards, right? Everyone was happy. Then they got paired up together. I told Jess, I go, you're going to like this guy. He's a good-looking guy.
Which she does.
She goes, he's really short, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah. She said, he's really short. So I said, but you'll like him. I go, he even knocked out your friend, Damian Brown. Right? I was trying to make you look tough.
And Njikwani if he still trains
And
there.
Anthony Njikwani, right? So then you guys present. Vince fucks up his line, right? He can't read.
Okay, you know what? Tell the story and I'm going to tell my side.
And then Jess
Fuck this.
on stage goes, this fucking idiot doesn't know his line, right?
Yeah, she calls me out. What a bitch.
Man,
Right? What a bitch.
And everyone's like, ooh, right?
I know.
So then that night, they spent all night flirting with each other, going, yeah, thanks for calling me out. She's like, you're a dumbass. And he's like, but you're kind of cute. And she's like, oh, you can put a finger in. It kept getting on.
That sounds very real. That sounds exactly. I think that.
That's exactly what happened too.
Yeah.
It did escalate quite quickly.
So
He
all right.
didn't put a finger in though.
Oh, yeah, the whole fist. Okay,
Damn.
so Vince, what's your version of what happened?
Okay, so I'll tell my side. Okay, so we get out there, me and her talking. By the way, I'm way taller than Jess. Like she is a midget next to me, like full blown midget.
Got it.
Anywho.
Got it. Yep.
If you watch the video footage, I'm the same height as you.
Hey, it's my turn to talk. Okay, calm down.
Oh, she's wearing high heels. Okay.
So we're out there and we're in the back, and I'm like, we're both like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, shit, there's a teleprompter, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck, because I forgot my lane. She's like, I don't know mine either. I'm like, cool. I was like, well, where is it? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe it's in the podium. So I'm like,
Now,
fuck.
is there chemistry? Now, when you see Jess, are you like, she's hot? Are you attracted to her? Is she your kind of girl?
I am, yeah. She has this aura that I kind of like, that I'm a little attracted to, and she's kind of a bitch, which I really like.
Right.
But she's super like cool about it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
She's
Okay.
not like a hateful, like a meaningful hateful bitch. She's like a nice bitch. Yeah, she's a fun bitch.
Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
She's a cheeky cunt, as she would say, probably.
Right. Okay, so go on.
So so anyway, we're out there and we're walking out, and then we get out there, and I'm like, okay, cool. Teleprompter's right there. She starts seeing her line. She says her lines. The teleprompter's going, which I've never like read off a teleprompter before. This is my first time.
Right.
So it's going at a certain
Have
speed.
you ever read anything before this?
I mean, yes, I have. I've read Runaway Ralph, the Mouse on the Motorcycle, so fuck yourself.
All right, go
Oh
on.
well, there you go.
Anywho, you're also rudely interrupted by my future wife.
So what happened?
So she's reading her line. I start to read my line. As I'm reading my lines, I remember the lines. Okay. So I blast through them quicker than the teleprompter can make the lines spit out. So then I'm done, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm done, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh shit, she doesn't know her lines, and she can't read her fucking lines. So I go to lean over, like, sorry about that. And then what does she do? Straight calls me out, throws me under the bus like a good teammate would.
Wow. Wow.
Finishes her lines, looks adorable, and then we just stand to the side for a little bit.
Okay. Now, did you guys hug afterwards, or was there any kissing involved, or what happened?
No, I felt like she wanted to kiss me, but I was like, now's not the time. We need to wait a little bit. Let's let it build up.
He was really upset. You know, when we got out the back, he had a couple of tears in his eyes.
Wow.
And he asked me why I was so mean to him when I just met him. And I'm like, hey, man, if we're going to be friends, you really need to grow a thicker skin. This is how it's going to be.
So he was upset because he messed up the lines, or because
No,
you were...
you know what? I think he was upset because before we even got out there, he confessed to me, which was weird because I'd only just met him, but he confessed that he didn't actually know how to read. And I felt horrible because he seems like a really smart guy, you know? So I'm like, how can you be so intelligent but not know how to read?
I'm
Right.
street smart, okay?
Right. No, Jess, when you first saw Vince, was he someone that you could see yourself with? 'Cause I've seen some of your exes, and Vince actually is better looking than all of them.
Oh, for sure,
so-
for sure.
He is, but I'd also had quite a few tequilas that night, so I don't know, I'd have to see him in person again. But, we are getting married, right?
Oh,
So
right. He
he
told
must
me.
have been all right.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But he is somebody that, like, you could see yourself, like, sexually. I know he's a little bit overweight and
What
stuff.
the fuck?
But he is.
Oh my god. I feel like this is Jerry Springer, and I'm like the pregnant girl that's finding out that he is not the father.
Fat and hairy.
Oh yeah, no, she likes him fat and hairy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
okay.
I can accommodate
so
that.
it does seem like there was some sexual chemistry, and I like both of you guys, both friends. I think this will work. I know Vince likes damaged girls. Jess, you're perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, now
I'm pretty damaged.
but like in a
Damaged goods.
in a good fun way. Weendawg, are you okay? By the way, I know this is the love of your life.
I mean, I'm raging a little bit inside. I'm getting kind of irritated.
Oh my God, Ween, I'm so sorry.
What
What if I give
had a
you?
girlfriend last time we were talking? Remember, he was in a new relationship and he was very excited about
Oh, you
Damn.
broke her heart first.
I mean-
Oh.
I'm sorry, Jesse. Just I didn't want to have you find out about my relationship that way. And
Oh, shit.
I mean, you are my hall pass. You are my hall pass. My girlfriend gave me the hall pass to sleep with you if we ever cross paths one day. So it's no big deal.
Really?
Yeah. Remember?
Now, would you let her peg you?
Yeah. Jessy Jess or my girlfriend or
You're
both.
talking about peg, or are we saying is this another word for finger
I thought
it.
blasting?
Peg?
I thought that's when you have
no,
the
like
amp-
she could ram him in the ass.
Yeah,
or
finger
I thought that's if you're like an
Finger blasting?
amputee, you have your leg cut off and you
I'm
shove your
into it.
stump.
Yeah, I can see that Jess would actually probably be into that.
Oh, are you, Jess?
Yes. Now, okay. All right. So back to Vince. Weendawg, you're out of
Wait,
there.
I
Sorry.
feel like Vince is pretty into it as well.
Whoa. No. Would
He
you
strikes me as a
Shit.
feminine kind of guy.
I already told you I'll try anything once.
really? You would let her put a dildo in your butt?
Oh, whoa, not a dildo. I mean, anything more than a finger or a tongue is too much for me.
You give it a dildo in my butt, Jesse. That's ain't no hesitation over here.
Did you make that out? Did she make that out?
All right. So thanks, Weendawg. All right.
That was so
Saying
good.
it fast
That was
doesn't
so
make
good.
it any better.
So all right. So
But if she agrees, it's a binding contract still.
now Vince.
right.
Now what kind of
it's
now
an
you-
oral
Now
agreement.
Jess, Vince rides a motorcycle. That's a turn on for you, right?
Moped.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, do
I like
you?
that. I want to buy a bike.
All
He
right.
told me today. Her name's Gertrude.
Now, have you guys been texting since the
Oh
awards?
yeah, I told her that. Yeah, we've been texting since the awards. Here and
Any
there.
any nude pics yet or no?
No, she sent me a pic of her retarded looking knee, but that's about it.
Of her knee?
Yeah.
Hey, wait. He sent me a picture of his stomach and just in a pair of shorts today.
Oh, those are pretty hot shorts too. huh?
Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
man.
they're actually we're getting pretty close to nudes, huh? We're getting pretty close.
Wow.
Bro,
You're
next
really
one?
fluffing it up. You got some work to do,
dog
Wing
Vince, you
Dog.
gotta hook me up, dog. She sent
next-
me nudes.
Wait, hold
Send in
on.
my
Wait,
direction, brother.
Wait, hold up. So why are you wearing shorts? You were wearing
Remember I told you I was just at the doctor?
your doctor, yeah.
They made me put these extravagant shorts on
Yeah.
to get a shot in my knee.
Oh, okay. And you sent them to Jesse?
Yeah, because we and her were texting.
And then what did she say back?
She liked them. She was like, "What's underneath those shorts?" And I was like, "That's for another time."
Wait, you said that? What's underneath those shorts?
Nice.
She was like, she sent me like
He
9.
was like,
What's that drooling
"What is it about
emoji?
my knees? It's actually in my shorts.
She sent me like 100 drooling emojis and like just the wet sign.
Wow.
Just a bunch of that. And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, I like where this is going. This is my kind of party. Send some more.
Wow. Now word on the street though is Jess, she flirts a lot, but then plays really hard to get once you actually try to close the deal.
Yeah, she's a heartbreaker.
Are you prepared for this?
Prepared for what?
You have to put the work in. You can't just like it's not going to be easy. She makes it seem like she'll bang.
I think he's prepared for disappointment.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm pretty prepared, and honestly, like once we're married, I'm pretty sure I can overpower her. So I mean,
Overpower.
I'm just gonna jitsu her right there. I'm just gonna jitsu her right there and let her know what's up.
So Greg, okay, obviously you're an expert on dating advice. What do you think Vince should do to try to get into Jesse's pants?
Report her to ICE.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Tell
turn her
immigration,
in.
and they'll be like, we gotta get her, and then he'll be like, I'm here for you, baby. Let's go to Vegas right now, and then she almost has
She's
to.
already in Vegas.
Dude, get
Yeah,
in
she's
your
in
car,
Vegas.
call ICE, and meet them there.
Wait, that's your plan?
Yeah, you asked me for. That's a plan that's gonna work.
Let's say Conor McGregor was here. Oh shit, Conor's here. How would Conor have sex with Jessy Jess?
First of all, Jessy Jess is lucky to have sex with Connor. Okay. First of all, she has to get in line and wait just like all the rest.
Okay, and how? But then once she gets in line, what would you do to her?
Well, I would do what any please with her. First of all, I would take my Lucky Charms and I'd shoot my mashed potatoes all over her crown.
All over her crown?
That's right.
Is that her vagina?
No, that's on her head for her crown.
Oh, her actual crown?
That's right.
Okay. All right, and then let's say there was a fighter named One Hole Quad.
Then I'd show her my
What?
diplomas.
Okay, now Jess beat Rowdy Beck. We actually have Rowdy Beck here right now.
Oh, shit.
Rowdy Beck, do you want a rematch with Jessy Jess?
I want a rematch with Jessy Jess right fucking now.
Okay, but now,
Dang.
it seemed like
That
Jessy.
was terrible.
It is. It's so bad.
That was so
That
bad.
was so bad.
Right now. I was on my fit banners last time. And the fit banners maybe go too fast in the ring. I was thinking too fast.
So that's why you lost.
That's why I lost.
was
I want a
better.
rematch.
Now you're doing bare knuckle boxing now.
I'll do whatever it takes to pay the rent.
All right. Oh, thanks a lot, Rowdy Beck. All right. Back to Vince. So
I'll fuck Vinc Pichel right now in his asshole.
now, do you think
my
you'd be
God.
better in bed than Jess would?
Of course I would. I'd be on my fit banners. I'd be going super fast.
Oh, you got some competition, Jess?
But what if he likes it slow?
No choices.
Okay. Okay. No, Vince. Okay, you're gonna have a date with her. Obviously, she's down to go on a date. Where are you gonna take her?
I don't know. Honestly, like I would take her somewhere
Yeah, Vince,
fun.
where are
It
you
would.
going to take me?
It wouldn't be a
The
normal date.
immigration office.
All right, go on.
I would want to take her somewhere so I could fuck with her. Like
Like how?
I would take her like no to
Dog,
ice.
dude,
All right,
let's
go
Straight to ice. No, I would take her like rock climbing or something, or like dodgeball. Have you seen that trampoline dodgeball place? I would
Yeah,
love to go
dude,
there.
Dude, I
that
would
shit's lit.
fuck you up.
Yeah, I would.
Oh.
I would just bash her with dodgeballs.
You
I would
just
like to do something
want to
like
see her boobs bounce back.
Maybe
and forth.
paintball.
Yeah, dude.
Paintball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something I could just ruin her like competitively really bad.
Let's rent a
Why don't you
three-person
just-
kayak, dude.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Oh,
why don't you
well, hey, that's for later.
wait, why
calm
don't you just
down.
grapple with her?
Huh?
Do you think you could beat her in grappling?
She might try to flying triangle me and hurt herself, so I don't want her to do that.
I
'cause
wish
then,
you would flying triangle
then
me,
no one will
dude.
get none later.
Yes. Now, Jess, do you think you could beat Vince in grappling?
I'll beat Vince in everything.
Oh shit!
Oh.
This is a
He
conflict.
fucking sucks. People only like him because he's got those adorable little dimples.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's-
Brown chicken, brown cow.
this is chemistry right here. Now, on the first date, are you gonna try to sleep with her?
Huh?
Are you gonna try to hook up with her first date?
You better,
No,
dude.
but I will smooch her with my charm very, very strongly and aggressively.
Okay, and then the second date, you're going for tongue.
I might try to jam my tongue down on the first date. It depends.
First date, yeah,
It depends
yeah.
on the vibes.
Damn, that's
Alright.
hot.
And then I'm gonna send Weendawg a photo of it, or actually
Dude,
maybe
you
a
better.
video, maybe like a live video it for Ween.
Just
over here.
FaceTime me, dude.
And
Are you okay with that, Jess? Are you okay with that, Jess?
Videoing it for Weendawg?
Yeah, if we give him a little taste too, because you know how jealous he's gonna be.
So, by the way,
Yeah, he's got to pay for it though.
oh, well, yeah,
What?
yeah, you can- you're already making money.
Okay, that's cool.
I liked it.
Just
See,
PayPal me.
This is why I like her.
She's a cool chick. She got tattoos. She's got a good body. Got a great butt. Good personality.
Yep.
Adorable face. She's got everything you want in a girl.
She's the complete
How
package.
special do you feel?
This is a
You've
great.
been objectified by the MMA roast.
No, she's actually, and she's a cool person, and she's funny as fuck.
Yeah, just throw that in. There
yeah,
you
yeah,
go, right
yeah,
there.
of course.
She is the right amount of pristine and trashy for me, if I could say that.
Yeah. Now she might get a little violent though in the bedroom.
wanna
I could
know
see
if
her
we're all
whipping out like
invited
a
to the wedding.
machete or something.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
all right.
love that, dude.
That's all right.
Vince wouldn't mind having a girl pull out a
you
machete,
could beat me up,
dude.
Jess. I'll like it.
Wow, damn, Vince, really?
Like I said, sexually, I'll let a lot of shit slide.
All right.
Can I be the gimp in the room,
Except for
dude?
Bill Dildos, you weirdo.
No.
That is
So
just
Jess,
weird.
what's going on with your team, by the way? Your team right now, you guys are killing it, and they're not killing it. Like, obviously, your last fight against
Hot, then you're
Jessica
cold.
I.
Yes,
What would
then
you do
you know.
differently?
Everything.
Okay.
I'd actually try to punch her hard. She's a dickhead, man. I want that rematch.
Wait, she's a dickhead. I thought you guys were like friends afterwards.
Wait, who? Which one?
Jessica
No.
I.
She's not friends with anybody. She's not friends with anybody. I post photos for comedic value, but she's not friends with anybody.
Okay.
Do you have anything lined up right now?
No, I'm trying to get on Vegas in October or Adelaide in December. I think they'll send me back to Australia in December,
That'll be
which
cool.
should be fun.
Who do you want to fight?
Well, you better be careful. They might not let you back across.
No, she's fine. She's all set. Now,
Vince, we better get married before I leave then.
You got to have that green card by then. Don't
now,
hook you up.
now you're teammates with Francis Ngannou. What did you say to him after
Yeah.
that? What did you say to him after his fight?
Well, today's the first time I've seen him since his fight. So I didn't really say anything to him. He's a terrifying man. What do I say? Well done, buddy.
Hang in there.
What do you say to him?
No, but you saw him in the gym beforehand, and he was looking great, right?
Yeah, he looks fucking amazing. But I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like his fight was like my last fight. Like he just couldn't flick that switch to go, you know?
I don't think anyone's making that comparison. I mean, I think also,
Yeah.
but, you know, your last fight was a good fight. You know, you didn't win, but it was close. It was competitive. People were upset that they were thinking Garnett didn't try or something, or he froze, or he had a panic attack, or something.
Yeah, I think it was just a mental thing, you know, because he was looking amazing working up to that fight. But yeah, he just couldn't get going.
Now Roxanne looked amazing. You must have been super happy for her.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch it, but I am happy for her.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
I know she's been wanting that fight for like 7 years or something. So I was happy to see her beat Bob.
Yeah, no, your Jim's doing good. Julian Marquez, I thought won his fight. He got robbed.
Julian doesn't really train at Syndicate anymore, so I don't care all that much.
Whoa! Wow!
Where's a little window into the future, huh, buddy? Vinc Pichel and I aren't really seeing each other anymore, so we can go fuck himself.
Dude, you're not even kidding. She was dating. She was dating a girl. She was dating a chick.
Get the fuck out of here.
She cat sit for me and was dating the chick.
Who, Jess did?
Jess did. They were both sleeping in the same bed as Miles. Miles hated her. By the way,
she was dating the chick?
Yeah, she was dating.
Fuck.
She was.
What? Are you bi?
No, they were dating for a week, right? And then she's like, "I'm not bi anymore. I tried
like
it."
3 weeks, all right? It was 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah? What happened in this 3 weeks?
Not a lot.
Did you,
But then,
Terrible.
All right.
But
I'll
then-
take the tone as a hint. I'll take the tone as
no,
a
but
hint.
then she wanted to fight her afterwards. She called her out to fight her.
Nuh-uh.
Her ex-girlfriend. Yeah. And then she.
And then I was supposed to be in Kansas cornering her this weekend.
Yeah. But then she.
One of my teammates.
Jess, I totally love you.
But then she was cornering you, so I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
No one knows what's going on.
Yeah.
We're always in stages of fighting and then supporting each other and then wanting to fight again.
And then John Wood, your coach, is dating. Is that public or no?
I guess so.
It is now.
They were very public about it at the MMA Awards. I would say so.
Yeah. He's dating Bad Mofo JoJo.
Yeah, I did see
She
that.
sure is.
Is she training with you guys?
Yeah. She's been here for a couple months now.
How does she look?
Yeah, she's good. I like
She's
training with her.
she's
You
a
know,
sweetheart.
she's the only girl I've trained in a long time that's kind of beat me up a bit. So
Yeah, she's
I like having her here.
she's super hot
yeah.
in like a weird way. I feel like she's
Yeah.
gonna tell me a fable. Like she just has a soft voice. Like she's gonna tell me some
Yeah.
kind of weird tale or something.
Yeah, but she's great. She's great because she's got such a soft, like, sweet voice, but she can be really cunty and really funny. So she says, like, the cuntiest, hilarious fucking jokes, but she says in this sweet voice, so no one really knows, like, how to react to it.
Is it hard?
hilarious, though.
Is it
She's
hard
so
for
fucking
John?
funny.
Is it hard for John to train his girlfriend? I imagine that'd be hard.
No, it's not hard for him. He's done that plenty of times. I think it's harder for her,
shit.
you know, because he gets pretty aggressive when he coaches.
Dude, she's so
And
fucking
I
funny.
guess she experienced that for the first time the other day and wasn't quite sure how to react to it. But
Yeah.
Have you
yeah, I've
dated?
never been able to like train with a partner unless, yeah. So I don't know how she's doing it.
Have you dated like another fighter?
Yeah,
Was your ex a fighter?
unfortunately.
Yo, that fucking jerk off Julian that she kicked in the head and knocked him out when he was trying to beat her up.
Yeah, her ex?
Yeah,
He
that's
was a fighter?
fucking the worst guy ever. But any guys since then?
I dated like one of the lower level fighters from Syndicate for a little while when I first moved out here.
Was it Mike
But
Pyle?
that's about it. Hey, Mike Pyle, no.
Which he's
He's
awesome
old enough to
too.
be my dad.
I love that guy. All right, so now Vince, how are you gonna deal with the long distance with this girl? Because it looks like she's very needy. She's gonna need the dick.
She did tell me she was kind of needy, but she's only a 45-minute flight, so.
A flight. You know now you know that Vince is an electrician. He's worked at AAA. He worked at UPS. This is a real guy's guy right here. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So this guy will fix your stuff. He'll make sure the fire's on. This is a.
I'm
That's good. I really need my stuff fixed.
I'm
Vince.
qualified to. I'm qualified to. I'm qualified to remove your shorts and check your box.
But he only likes girls that are.
You like that?
He only likes girls. He only likes girls that are shaved. By the way, you can't be hairy.
What?
That's not totally true.
I just wanted to find out if she was shaved or not.
Oh, are you shaved?
okay.
You can just ask her.
I'm not gonna ask her. You ask her.
I'll ask her, Jess. Are you shaved?
Wait, how hairy is he? Because that's going to determine how hairy I am. If he's really hairy, then I won't be.
No, I'm not super
It's gonna
hairy.
be two Furbies fucking rolling around.
No, I'm pretty trimmed up.
This is gonna be funny. Can we have to videotape this date and then videotape Weendawg crying. Oh,
In the back.
He'll be the cameraman. He can be the cameraman filming the whole time. Just
And you guys won't even know I'm the cameraman.
You won't even know he's the cameraman.
I have one of those 1920 cameras with the hood over my head.
He's just recording his own tears.
If Vince and her start dating, are you gonna be upset?
No, I'll be totally. I mean, I want to be there at least when you guys have sex, just to like be like the.
He'll be happy
That's
because-
really creepy, bro.
Dude, he'll have an unlimited supply of DVDs that he could buy.
Exactly. I mean, they need to consummate the marriage, and in Indian culture,
Wait, you just really want to see Vince get pegged? Is that what's going on?
Oh wow, that might be true.
Yeah,
You don't
either
have to
one
deal
of
with
you.
Jess with this guy.
It's no big deal.
What are you insinuating here, Jess?
Now, Jess, are you gonna get any more tattoos?
Yeah, of course.
Are you gonna get from hell? Because it's Vince from hell. Pichel.
Somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where. Maybe down my shin.
Oh no.
I'll just get from hell.
It's
So when
hot.
she kicks me, it'll be
Now, would you get a Jessy Jess tattoo?
huh?
Would you get a Jessy Jess tattoo?
I'll get like a little like colorful haired cartoony Australian girl on me on my butt.
Yeah. So you're in. You're in for this girl. I like it. I like
Just get
it.
like a JJ.
Now,
on
Greg,
the-
how long
A
do you
JJ?
think? Greg, predictions. How long is this gonna last? This relationship?
This is gonna.
How
be,
long until it boils
This
over?
is gonna be. I was gonna say this is gonna be 17 magical hours.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. It is gonna. Yes, it is gonna be because it's gonna start around 6 p.m. at night. It's gonna peak around 1:30 in the morning.
Nice.
And then it'll have a slight resurgence around 4 a.m. There'll be a fight at about 6 a.m.
Yes.
And then he'll be out the door by 9 a.m.
Well, now, what are they gonna fight over?
I'm not sure.
There's no makeup
Probably
sex. There's no
probably-
makeup sex after the
There's
fight.
no makeup sex.
No goodbye sex.
No. She throws you the fuck out.
This is bullshit, Jess. This is bullshit.
And that's when you leave and call ICE.
No. What
And stand outside the door and make sure she can't
Now,
leave.
what do you think they're gonna fight over for real?
Who has better abs?
Really?
I don't know.
Jess has better abs.
Does she? I don't know.
Really?
See, here we go.
Wow.
I started.
Wow. Now she doesn't have. Now, Vince, I noticed your last girlfriends have had glasses. Does that bother you? She doesn't have glasses.
No. I have a thing for glasses.
Yeah. Jess, would you wear glasses
I
for
would
him?
wear glasses, see Vince.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look at this.
Damn.
Look at this.
Okay, when do you want to get married? When do you want to get married?
For you, Vince.
That's a good song. Now, Weendawg, would you break up with your girl to be in the room with them having sex?
Why would I have to break up with her? I can bring her, dude.
I don't think she's gonna be down.
Is she down for
She
that?
probably would not be down
she's
for
a
that
virgin.
at all.
She's not, huh?
She's a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she? She's a virgin?
Yeah.
Man,
So-
look at
and-
Weendawg.
and
Give
so-
her the
and
good
so
ones
is-
so we could train her and
so is-
shit.
Collecting V cards, dude.
So is Jessy, but in the ear. So.
Well, as long as I get
Only
the
the left ear.
illustrious.
Yeah.
As long as we have to have one
I'm
first,
really
whatever.
deaf in the right.
Oh, why is that in the right? This is now, Jess. Do you have cauliflower ear?
Do I have what?
You have cauliflower ear at all? Or no.
If not, you're gonna get it.
Whoa! Wow. Yeah, from listening to you. I like this. Now, long distance. You don't care about long distance for real?
No, well, she's technically not really long distance. Or she is.
Now,
but
would you go
not.
move to Vegas for her and train at Syndicate?
Honestly, I probably would stay out there for a little bit and train.
They got the
I would.
institute out there
I would think
too.
about that. Yeah, and the performance institutes out
Yeah.
there, which is pretty awesome.
Now, would it be hard knowing walking to a gym where everyone's hit that? And no,
Only one.
only one lower level
What
fighter.
everyone thought about.
I would just have to embrace it and be like, all right, guys, another man's trash is my treasure, so whatever.
All right. Wow. Look at
Nice.
Or maybe just still. I'm not going to say what I'm about to say.
that. This is nobody's trash. This is grade A.
All treasure.
Yeah, she's grade A right here. This is.
I know,
good.
but I can't let her know that she's so much more above my level. Otherwise, like, you know what I mean?
He's not gonna-
Then she'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
batter me the whole
Well,
time.
listen,
I
Don't
don't want
worry, I already know Vince.
well, listen, Jess.
I hate how much I like you.
Yeah, you like her. Honestly,
I do.
Yeah, I told you were gonna like her.
I got a pretty good crush on this chick.
I said that to you. I said, dude, you're gonna like this chick. She's super cool and fun and this and that. And I told you were gonna like Vince, and you said he's short. But it's okay.
Not where it counts.
Wow. Whoa. Wow. Wow. All right. I mean, look, dude, she's
I
seen it.
take it back. I take it back.
Yeah, she
You're
takes
not
it.
that short.
Not that.
Oh, not that short.
Yes. Yes.
What is the one about? There's like rules to it. There's like midget, and then what's the one? Is a dwarf?
Yeah, dwarf.
Okay, I'm
There's
dwarf
no-
status now.
Yes, but not where it counts. That's what Vince says. Not
Yes.
although she's seen Ngannou naked, so you might be fucked.
Have you? Oh my god. There's
I
no.
haven't.
I am
a lot
hopeless.
of people have asked me that though. I haven't.
She has not seen
Okay.
him naked.
A lot of people are questioning Ngannou naked.
Oh,
Mainly just my housemate. She
Yeah.
says he's like a freak, and she really wants to know what's going on.
Oh, wow. Wait, you guys live together? Wow. Damn.
Because he's like so big, but how funny would it be if he did have like a little micro weenie or something? You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean
you're-
that wouldn't be fun. That'd
well,
be
you're
kinda
gonna-
Well,
fucked up,
so
but-
wait, so like the one.
I'm
when
like
I
such a
first
giant
moved
guy,
out
though.
here, the one giant black guy that I was actually interested in was like that, and it was upsetting. It was like everything I'd ever been told my entire life was a fucking lie.
Wow. Who was that?
Wow.
I'm not saying who that was.
Oh my god!
Is that,
Can you text it to me?
Oh, wow.
I want to make a joke here. but
Just
I'm afraid
kidding.
to be
Just
killed.
kidding. I don't
Was
want
it Dennis Rodman?
Was it who?
The Black Beast? Or was it, no.
I don't like him that fat.
Whoa. All right. Got it. Yes. Look at that. She's hilarious. Listen, Jessy Jess, love you. I'm so happy you and Vince are going to get married and live happily ever after.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time together, me and you.
Yeah, knowing you guys, this is gonna be hilarious. Just don't break his heart.
It's going to be the best 17 hours of my life.
Just
right, 17
listen.
great
Listen,
hours.
the last girl broke his heart, and his friends that had like neck tattoos were asking me to cheer him up. Okay, so don't break his heart. Okay,
Motherfucker, I have face tattoos.
Yeah,
They should be worried about me.
yeah. Don't break her heart either.
I know she's like the poster child for like the girl you don't bring home to mom.
Oh yeah, it's okay because your parents don't love you anyway. Listen,
This is
That
true.
door, isn't that it?
This is
so thank you, Jessy, and
That's
I will
correct.
see you soon.
Cool. See you guys. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Jessy Jess.
Something.
She is so fun. I told her
Well,
I
I'll
like her.
tell you,
She's an awesome
and
chick.
then, I mean, sparks flying.
Yeah.
That was, you guys are on tap. That's gonna
Now, Greg,
happen.
you think they're gonna have sex?
What's that?
You think they're gonna have sex?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
If you don't take pictures, I'm gonna freak out, dude.
He doesn't. Not everyone likes to take pictures. You're the only one dumb enough to videotape yourself fisting your asshole and send it to a random
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
If she lets me, I'm that kind of guy, and I'm down for it. However, like,
No, you
okay,
don't
this is
want to
gonna
take
this is gonna say though, I have rules to my stuff. So like, I have a lot of dirty photos and videos
Of yourself?
of like
Me too, dude. It's
dirty
okay.
activities, but I don't send them to my friends, but I show them to them. That's my rule.
Okay.
So like, I'll show them whenever they want, but I don't send it to them.
All right, I'm getting ready for me to move into your apartment.
All right. Well, you heard Jess. I mean, you just gotta pay whatever she wants to charge you.
That is so funny.
We got a big fight announcement.
Because that's
What's
that's
that?
what I'm worth.
Big fight announcement in the middle of that call we got. This
let's
is
hear
kind
it.
of scary.
Chris leaving?
No. Jake Ellenberger
Yep.
versus Brian Barberina in the UFC.
Oh, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
is
good
a
fight.
good fight.
It's a good fight. Also, Chris Lieben is
Yes,
fighting
bare
Phil
knuckle.
Baroni in bare knuckle boxing.
I'm excited for that. Do you think Chris Lieben's skull is still as thick as it was?
I don't know.
Is it the same organization?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Baroni seems made for bare knuckle boxing.
And he has never lost the first round.
He's not, what the fuck? This is we're going backwards.
say
We're
that shit.
it's going to be jousting pretty soon. We're going
Yeah.
all the way back to like fucking.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'd be interested in that bare knuckle
It's hard to
boxing.
shock
You?
people
Yeah.
anymore.
Why?
Because honestly, boxing to me is so much easier than MMA and kickboxing and anything else.
Yeah, but like I don't know, man. You're gonna fuck up your hands and your face. And
Are you kidding me? You know how many faces these fucking these fists have touched, and I've never I probably broke my hands, but not to the part where I've damaged myself. I've hit a lot of things, and I've never really fucked my hands up that bad. I've never broken my hands. I've cut them open, but never like broken them.
Then do it, bro.
I ain't worried about it.
I just worry about you guys, man. You got a good MMA career right
You're
now.
such a sweetheart. I know.
Yeah.
I was saying afterwards, like,
So, by the way, he was talking to my dog about being a sweetheart, not me. So
yeah, because this little fucker chewed on me like the last 3 times we had
he bit you a couple times.
a reaction.
Yeah,
to
but
each
now
other.
he likes you.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? What's up with his ear? What the fuck did you do to his ear,
he
bro?
he was used as a bait dog in dog fighting rings.
Was he really?
Yeah, that's why he's very dog
Oh.
aggressive, and I think his ear got bit off, and he's got scars everywhere.
See,
So-
and who says the white are always privileged? This poor little guy.
So,
Aww.
hold on, I want to get a
Are you
picture.
recording me?
I want to get a picture of you because my wife doesn't believe that he actually likes my friends or like anybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he fucking doesn't. He's a little asshole. I don't know why he's being so cool right now.
Because he likes you.
He got into the speed weed,
No,
dude.
no, dude, if you were put in
Is he
fucking,
high right now?
He's freaking stoned.
Dude, if you were put in a fucking pit bull boxing ring, a fighting ring, when you were a Chihuahua, Jack Russell, you probably wouldn't like many things either. You know, right?
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we got coming up, Joe?
Dude, go subscribe to the new podcast. It's called The Paranormal Hour, dude. We talk about ghosts and like murders and stuff and conspiracy theories.
Remember Ween TV?
No, just we transferred into the Paranormal
Who's
Hour.
wait,
Wait, you
when
just
you say
can't get
when,
enough
Oh, is Greg doing it with you?
wait, when you say
What?
we, wait, who's
Oh, you
we?
looked at him. I
I
thought
ain't got
that.
time for this.
Weendawg
you looked at each
Studios.
other.
No, wait,
You guys,
Weendawg
you guys
Studio-
made a connection. I
Hold
was
on,
like,
wait, what's Weendawg Studio?
That's like my entire
My
corporation,
Jessy
dude.
Jess.
it's the basement where the machete is under the mattress.
Yeah, dude.
But is there anyone
I
else?
fucking love your stories,
is
by
it,
the way.
is it just
Thank
you in the Weendawg Studios?
Yeah, it's just me.
Oh, okay.
Weendawg Incorporated.
Hey, so what's up? You got a girlfriend? I haven't seen you since you got this girlfriend. The last time I saw you was at Adam's birthday party.
Dude, girls, they take up a lot of time.
Can I get it? Can I see a
Money.
picture?
She's
I'll
cute.
show you.
I saw a picture of her. She's
Yeah.
real too.
She's
She's
real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I
she's
saw her
hot.
today. We
She's
made
pretty cute.
slime today, dude.
You what?
We made slime.
Well, like slime?
Not
mean-
that kind of slime,
What do you
you
mean you
freaking
made
pervert.
slime?
Like little kid slime that you play and you squeeze. And you
Oh, that's not
Legitimately made slime.
like real
Yeah, I was
slime,
like-
I
dude.
remember
Like
all
from
trying to figure it out. Like, what?
Is
you
that
jerked off on
is that some
it?
kind of code?
She was juiced up. What did we do?
Yeah,
weird.
dude, like,
Why
so-
did you make slime? For
freaking
what?
fun. Well, it's my idea. I like doing like little kid shit like
hold
that.
on,
It's so
hold on a second,
fun.
guys. How old is she?
21. I hope.
Making slime.
Why she always making me doing like little
I'm
kids
just making
activities?
sure she's
dude?
not watching Nick Jr. still, bro.
Made
Where'd you guys
slime.
meet? At American Girl Palace.
Hey, what was that? What was that little tot girl that was like drinking Mountain Dew and whatever and Red Bull? What the fuck was her name?
What?
Someone-
Is that his birthday
wait,
thing?
Wait, the girl on Instagram that was an asshole to everybody?
I don't know. It
That
was this
girl-
little fat child that
Oh.
her parents put her in beauty pageants.
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can continue. I was telling someone a story about her and I couldn't remember her fucking name for the life
Well,
of
it's
me.
good
and
to bring it up
was
now on a
pissing me off.
podcast when it
I
nothing
know.
to do with it.
That's how random I am.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
wait,
Jess texted me.
In my mind, I'm like, Honey Boo Boo, was that your birthday barbecue?
Oh, you got a message from Jessy Jess already. Look at that.
Better be
Recording
some
and writing is not
titties.
safe. Oh,
By the way, you're a giant baby. Oh, that's
I sent her
adorable.
this on the way because she was
She
being a
likes
little.
you.
She's,
She
she's
likes you,
being a
bro.
little
Good.
crazy
Hey,
on
she's
the
out for your dimples, bro.
I like her too.
For sure,
She's
give me
a
her
dude.
number though. For sure, give me her number.
For sure, though. For
Come on,
sure.
dog.
Oh my god.
For sure, give me that
Dude, you
number.
have a girlfriend. When you have a girlfriend, you can't ask for other girls' numbers.
Yeah, that's true. God damn
I
it!
feel like there's an exception, though, because it's like she's semi-famous.
Oh, come on.
Who? Jess is?
You don't have a hall pass. Your girl
I'm
gave
saying
you a
my
hall
famous.
pass?
I'm like
Yeah,
a,
but it was like her hall pass
I'm
was
like a
John
Q
Goodman.
list.
John Goodman?
Yeah, see what with hall passes, they're normal.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wouldn't you shoot a little higher?
Whose hall pass is John Goodman? Even John Goodman's partner's hall pass isn't John Goodman.
Is John Goodman still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
I just want before this gets any worse.
Wait, what do you mean her hall pass? She wants to bang John Goodman?
I mean, I'm not judging, dude. Like she's with me, dude. I'm not surprised.
You should full blown judge that one though.
she's
Yeah.
a fan. Was she a fan of Roseanne?
She's 21 years old and she
Yeah.
wants to bang John Goodman?
I mean, see, the thing with hall passes are normally so ridiculous. You guys know that you're never gonna cross paths with those people.
no, she might actually get to fuck John Goodman.
I mean, that'd be awesome, dude.
Seems like it wouldn't even be that hard.
Whose hall pass is John
Whose
Goodman?
hall pass is John
I
Goodman?
don't know, dude.
How do you find?
But the reason I chose Jessy Jess because it's like it's possible, right?
Yeah.
You're a human worm. Find these weird caverns and
You just tunnel through the earth until you find some goo.
I like John Goodman.
Until you find whatever the fuck worms eat.
Why John Goodman?
I have no idea, dude.
By the way, I'm going to talk to Dan.
What's yours?
Hold on. I'm going to talk to Dan Hooker.
Jessy Jess.
I'm going to talk to Dan Hooker right now. Hello, is this Dan Hooker?
That's the one and only.
What's going on, man? This is Adam Hunter. You're on the MMA Roasted Podcast. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. So you're in New Zealand. What time is it over in New Zealand?
I just finished morning training. It's 11 a.m.
Oh, nice, man. By the way, congrats on your recent, 4-fight winning streak?
Thank you.
Killing it, man. I mean, you just beat Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is no joke. I mean, he's a great jiu-jitsu guy, strong guy. A guy looks like a Greek god. When you looked across from him, were you nervous at all when you were fighting him?
No, not at all. Like I said it leading into the fight. What makes him strong will be his weakness. Like he's such a big guy, imposing guy, carries a lot of weight. But I felt like that was going to be his downfall. I felt like he would slow because he's so big, and because he has to shift so much weight. He's got to lose so much weight. Like that takes a lot out of your chin. Being that dehydrated, yeah, they can reinflate the muscles, but I feel like the brain is not hydrated properly, and so I was able to capitalize on that.
Do you think that was a problem with you when you were at 145?
For sure. Like that's why I knew that it would be something that wasn't there. Like shots I would take, like someone would land a jab and I would feel it. Whereas I get hit with a jab just now back at lightweight, just in general, like it barely phases me compared to when I was at featherweight. You get hit and you're just more susceptible to the shots. Like I feel like I wasn't able to think. I feel like my brain was still dehydrated. Yeah, it was the same weight, but it's not the same as when I was training. There was a big noticeable difference.
What do you walk around at?
I only walked like 170.
Wow. So you're still cutting 25 pounds. That's a lot.
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
Just through diet, dehydration. Like, I would do the same process as everyone else, but I feel like bigger guys who carry more muscle and they have smaller frames, they're able to dehydrate more because they carry more muscle. They're more muscle bound. Whereas I'm very lean and I have a big frame. So I'm not able to dehydrate that weight and put it on as quickly as someone who's, say, shorter, stockier, and more muscular. Like Gilbert Burns, he can drop that weight and then put it back on. But me, with my smaller frame, like I felt like I wasn't able to, shrink and blow back out like these other guys.
Now, when I used to wrestle, I used to have to make 134. I was cutting from 50 every week in college. And by the time I got down to like 36, 37, I would smell really bad. And just like the things in my body that weren't supposed to smell did, and just people didn't want to be around me. I was angry. I had weight cutting dick. It was horrible. Did you?
Yeah, the old weight cut dick. I remember I was on a bus once with Kyle Noak, and we're all sitting there going to weigh-ins, and he said, "Hey guys, who else dick just shrivels up to nothing when we're cutting weight?"
No way.
The whole bus like burst into hysterics. We're like, yeah. We all got weight cut dick right now.
Wow. So Kyle said, whose dick shrivels up, and all you guys raise your hands?
We all just burst out laughing because we're all in the same boat. He's like, man, I just went for a piss. I was struggling. I was pissing on my balls.
Oh, my God. Wow. Damn. That's crazy. Now then before that, you fought Jim Miller. You knocked him out with a knee, crazy knee. Was it hard because Miller was such a legend and such a respectable guy? Seems like a real nice guy, a real blue-collar guy. Was it hard to get mad at him or even, like, knee him in the face? Did you feel bad?
I had a lot of respect for Jim going into that fight. That's one of the guys I've been watching since day one. He's been at the top of the sport. So I had a lot of respect going for Jim Miller going into that fight. But when it comes down to it and the ref clicks that you could be my best friend or my worst enemy, and I'm gonna do the same thing regardless.
And then before that, you fought Mark Diakisi, who, you know, they were hyping that guy up to be like the next Anderson Silva. I mean, just because of his karate and how nervous were you going? I mean, I know you were a kickboxing champion, but for a while it looked like that guy was on the next level. Were you nervous to stand up and strike with that guy?
No, I just felt like I had to give him a bit more distance and a bit more respect. With those guys who you know, they jump around and spin, you know, they do all this crazy shit. You can't really just pressure them and get in their face because they throw very unorthodox stuff. So you have to. It takes a bit more time to read and a bit more time to figure out the speed or the timing of the things that he's trying to set up. So they're just more difficult to read. So you have to give them more distance and more time. Whereas like Gilbert, who's a more traditional striker, you know, he's working with Henry Hooft. I was able to read him fairly quickly, and he wasn't able to give me something that I wasn't able to see or able to read. So I think with Diakisi, it was just more distance and a bit longer reading and a bit more time to get the speed because he was quick. So I just got to give him distance and show him some respect.
So how come no one's figured out MVP yet?
I think he is of like an elite level of competition. He's just not faced them yet. I seen that he's in the that welterweight tournament now. So that's like that's his time. You know, when he comes up against like Koreshkov or Rory Mack, like these are high level guys. So we'll be able to see like what he's really made of after these fights.
Yeah, I mean, I love these guys. Like, I love the karate guys. I was actually impressed by your teammate, Israel. I bet on Brad Tavares. I was like, you know what? Tavares going to win that fight. Too much, too soon. He's seen it all. He's tougher. And Israel picked him apart. Holy shit. Did you know that was going to happen?
Yeah, I was fairly confident that that's how the fight was going to play out. It's just so Israel's coach and Brad's coach are from the same lineage. They both have the same head coach. So we knew going into the fight, like whatever Ray Seppo had passed down to Brad, that we were going to be very familiar with that look. And that's a look, you know, that's the godfather of striking in New Zealand is a guy named Lolo Himoli. And he's Ray Seppo's coach, and he's also our coach's coach. So it's of the same lineage. We were able to read Brad watching the film, and he wasn't able to throw, you know, any spanners in the work or anything we hadn't seen before. So it was, I was pretty confident that that's how that fight was going to play out.
Wow. Yeah, I thought Brad was going to wrestle more, but Israel stuffed the takedowns. I mean, he was prepared. You're right. I didn't even think about that, about the lineage coach. You had inside information, my friend. Then you fought Ross Pearson. You knocked out Ross Pearson, but that guy, he's also a good guy. He's got a really hot girlfriend. How come you didn't like look at her afterwards and try to take her?
Oh God, no! I was. My wife was in the crowd. So
okay, all right, yeah.
She would have smacked my eyes out of my head.
Wait, you're already married? You're 27. How old are you? 27?
28.
28. You haven't even cracked the top 10. Why are you married? Are you out of your mind? Where did you meet your wife?
Hey, when you know, you know, huh?
Where did you meet your wife?
In New Zealand.
Oh, nice. Well, where? Like where though? Like at a club or on Tinder, or Soul Swipe, kangaroos.com. Where'd you guys meet?
And he was a bit of a loser.
Wait, what happened?
I knew that. She was a friend of a friend.
Yep.
And she was going out with this guy, and he was a bit of a loser, but she went out with him for a few years. So it took some time, you know. I let her realize that he was a loser, and that she had better options out there. And then one day, when they eventually broke up, then I bide my time and I made my move.
Wow. Okay. So now that's a shady but very cunning but good move. So you were waiting the whole time, being the nice guy, you know,
I was giving him no. He was under no illusions.
Oh, okay.
One day I was going to steal his girlfriend.
Now, was he a fighter too?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay. And then, so you kind of swooped in. Now, was she at a low point when you met her? What, like, 'cause she was all down in the dirt and like sad, and you all of a sudden?
Nah, she knew that they were gonna break up, and so she got like in super good shape, you know. And then so she was like primed for the picking.
Now, I find that Australian and New Zealand girls, they're tough, but they put out right away. They don't even.
Is this from your experience?
From my experience, first time I slept with an Australian girl, we had sex, and then she goes, "Is that all you got?" And then I was like, "Holy shit!" And I did a couple push-ups. I took a shower, came back out, round 2. Did you have the same experience with your wife?
Nah, she was pretty tough to crack, to be honest.
Oh, okay. All right. So like 3 dates, 4 dates, 5th date.
Took a fair few months.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And now her last name is Hooker.
That's the one.
Now, how much did you get how much did you get teased growing up with a last name like Hooker?
Nah, not really. Yeah, people ask that or they assume that, but it was, I don't know, it was never really a thing. I think I beat the shit out of the first guy, and then it was pretty much smooth sailing after that.
Nice.
5 years old, beat the shit out of that guy, and then for the next 23 years, it was pretty good until I got a Twitter account.
Of course, yeah. Then everyone's like, well, yeah. Then you're fighting guys like Burns, and yeah, exactly. Now you.
Oh man, that poster was gold. Hooker Burns. I was like, oh shit.
I know. I said it was the Angela Magana fight of the year, because she's both a hooker who makes you burn. Now Jason Knight was the guy you fought. That was your last loss. Was to Jason Knight. They call him Hick Diaz. What would you do differently? And did he talk any shit during your fight?
Yeah, he was talking mad shit. But I got mad respect for Jace, man. He's a tough guy, man. He came in fit. He came in ready. I got nothing but respect for that guy. And to be honest, like, I don't want to talk about how a rematch would go. You know, we're at different weight classes now. I feel like I'm chasing different fights. He's moved on with his career. You know, he's chasing the top guys down at featherweight. So. Yeah, I think what's done is done.
And then Yair Rodriguez, he's another guy you fought. You lost, but after seeing what Frankie Edgar did to him, would you fight him totally differently next time?
I just think from film, like if you go back and you watch featherweight Dan, and then you watch lightweight Dan, you're messing with a different guy.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. Like I see a lot of my opponents, they comment on fights I've had in the past at featherweight, and I feel like they're kidding themselves if they're telling themselves that I'm that guy when I'm stepping in there. I think that I've changed, and it's just an entirely different fighter.
Now, a guy you knocked out, Ian Entwistle. I know that guy because he fought my friend Anthony Burchak. This guy's won like 30 fights, all by heel hook. How nervous were you going into that fight, and how do you prepare? How do you prepare for a guy who you know is going to try to heel hook you?
I drilled a lot of heel hook defense. I watched Alan Belcher's immunity to leg locks probably 1,000 times. I didn't really have time to get nervous for that fight. Like, I only found out about it a month before it was happening in my hometown, and so. Yeah, I was just straight into training and then straight into fight week. Like, it came around too quickly to ever get nervous. Like, I didn't process it. I just kind of got on with the job. Watched a bunch of Alan Belcher. Watched him smash the shit out of Pau Harris a million times and kind of implemented that same game plan.
Now, did he go for a heel hook on that fight? He did, right? He almost got it.
Yeah, he dove on it, tried to rip it off. Defended it, I got on top, and then I Albert his face off.
Now, what do you think about pulling guard in MMA?
I think every time you pull guard, a baby kitten dies.
So you're totally against it.
You have no pride.
No pride? Come on.
Old school, when guys like say you're fighting like if I was fighting like a complete Muay Thai guy, then why even bother with wasting the energy of a takedown? But now high-level MMA, I feel like it has no place.
It has no place. Got it. Now, what belt are you in jiu-jitsu?
Barely. I'm a 7-year blue belt.
do you practice with gi or no gi?
I've wore gi to more Halloween parties than I have.
So you don't think the gi is effective at all in MMA?
I can't speak from experience. Like I've not trained in the gi long enough to comment on whether it like translates over. I just feel like I trained no gi and like rolling in MMA for 2 years before I put a gi on. So I feel like it was too late, and by then I felt like it, only a small fraction of it was translating through to my MMA. So I felt like I was kind of wasting my time going back and learning all the grips and all these different kind of sweeps and stuff that aren't effective in MMA.
How's the wrestling over in New Zealand?
Yeah, we can wrestle. We can wrestle.
Yeah,
we wrestle pretty much every day, but I'm gonna let these guys find out the hard way.
Right, because a lot of guys think they'll fight you because the
same as me in Israel. As soon as you take us down, the fight's over. But I just don't feel like that. I feel like I can out wrestle a lot of guys.
Right. Now, I see that you've been calling out Anthony Pettis. You called out Al Iaquinta on Twitter, and you put hashtag no takedowns. Now, really? If he says yes, I'll fight you, no takedowns, are you really going to go for no takedowns, or are you just
I'm just sweetening the pot. You know what I mean? I'm just sweetening the pot. I'm saying it's more likely. No, I didn't call out Al. I felt like Al's, I don't think he's looking to fight. Like, I got nothing against Al. I feel like he's just, in disputes with the UFC and things like that. So I don't want to call a guy out who's not, interested in fighting. As far as I heard, Pettis already had another fight, and then I seen he was like calling out Nate Diaz. Like, you may as well call out
the Pope,
Ortiz or Chuck Liddell. Like, they're not coming back.
Well, they are coming back. They're fighting each other in Golden Boy MMA.
Come on, you're falling for that.
Yeah, and then also today it got announced today that Chris Lieben is fighting Phil Baroni in bare knuckle boxing. Just so you know.
That's a good fight. I will pay good money to watch Phil Baroni and Chris Lieben in a bare knuckle boxing match. 100% I'm paying to watch that.
100, but me too. Now, what does your wife do, by the way?
Yoga instructor.
Oh my God. That is so. You must have crazy sex. Wow. Wow.
No comment.
Now you have some serious power. Like when you smack her on the ass during sex, does she pass out? Or do you have to?
She's got a fair bit of cushion, so we're all right.
And then you can call her a hooker in bed, and she can't even get mad, right? Like, oh, you're my hooker. No.
I don't know. That's my mother's last name too, though.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, you just call her Ho. Call her a Ho for short. Now. That's crazy. Wait, so a yoga instructor? Oh, so she can put her legs behind her head and stuff?
Pretty flexible.
Wow. Damn. Good for you, man. You're living the dream, bro. Living the dream.
Yeah, I got no complaints. I'm sitting here in New Zealand. Beautiful weather. I'm the king of New Zealand around here. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
Now, do you have to have a day job or no?
No, I own my own gym in New Zealand.
Oh, you own the gym. Now, a lot of people, every person I know that owns a gym tells me they don't make any money. Like, I met like great people that are like, yeah, we're waiting to turn a profit at the gym. It's been like years. I'm like, how are you guys staying in business? Like, are you making any money in your gym?
Yeah, my gym does fairly well.
Oh, wow. Good. And then you guys teach boxing, MMA, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everything?
Yeah, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
That's awesome. So now are you and Israel the only two fighters from New Zealand in the UFC still? Because I don't know if Mark Hunt.
There are another two who train here as well, and then there's also Mark Hunt, who was born in New Zealand, and Robert Whittaker is born in New Zealand, but they're from Australia.
Now, back before you met your wife, did you ever sleep with Rowdy Beck?
No.
Damn. Why? How did you let that one get away? She's a hottie.
He's in a different country.
It's just fucking close, right? It's a 2-hour train ride.
I think she was married at the time.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. All right, well, she's a hottie. Is that now? Your wife's a yoga instructor at your gym?
Yes.
Oh, good. So she comes home all like sweaty, wearing yoga pants, like no underwear. You guys.
Are you living vicariously through me?
My wife is 9 months pregnant right now, so
I haven't got any in a while.
No, we actually do. I'm trying to get that baby to come out, so I've been banging her every fucking day, and she's like,
What's that called? It's called like I don't know. There's a name for that.
Yeah, it's just called trying to get the baby out. And so yeah,
with your penis.
Yeah, with my penis. So far it has not been effective. I've been calling her a hooker too, but she doesn't even like it. I'm like doing it for you though, just so you know. Well, listen, Dan, you seem like a nice guy, man. You're killing the game. You got a hot yoga wife. You want to now? Anthony Pettis won't fight you. Who? If he won't fight you, who do you want?
I want Barbosa.
Oh, that's a good fight. I like that.
I feel like that's a good fight. Also hashtag no takedowns.
What about Kevin Lee?
I would take that fight, but I feel like he's more looking towards a title shot. I feel like I'm only gonna call out guys which fights make sense. Like I would definitely pursue that fight. If Kevin Lee said my name, I would go for it. You know what I mean?
Now, who do you think wins, Khabib or Conor, if they ever fight?
I feel like Conor.
Me too. I want Khabib to win. I just feel like he's going to come in with his head straight up, and that's Conor's going to just pick him apart in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel the fight's going down.
Yeah, but I do want Khabib. In my heart, I will be rooting for Khabib.
I want to see the fight. Like, of course, like it's not like a sure thing. It's still like a bit of a coin flip.
Yeah. Now, when's the UFC coming back to New Zealand?
I'm not too sure. Hopefully next year.
So you want to fight before that, though?
Way before that. So the next show is the 2nd of December in Australia. There's one, but that's still 5 months away. Like if I can get on that 228 or 229, that's in like 8 weeks or 10 weeks, 11 weeks or something. That is something that keeps me more entertained. Like I would like to get straight back to it. 5 months between fights. That's far too much time.
Yeah. Now, are you famous in New Zealand yet? Or you walk around, people point to you, and they're like, "Oh, that's the hooker."
I get recognized a fair bit.
Nice. Well, good work, man. Well, listen, you're living the dream. Thanks for being on the podcast. Big fan, my friend. Keep up the good work.
Been a pleasure.
All right. Take care, Dan.
Cheers.
Thank you, Dan Hooker. All right. So, John Goodman. Fuck. Are you serious? I pre-recorded
Just to get back to what's
him.
important here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, my hall pass is Jessy Jess. I mean, maybe our paths will cross one day.
So ridiculous.
Maybe not.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what do you mean you're talking to Dan Hooker? Like,
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
like he's a ghost or something.
Did you
Wait,
really?
I can't believe your girl wants to fuck John Goodman. It doesn't alarm you at all?
No, I've noticed this. Like her little sister, like is also into very large dudes, and they're beautiful girls. Like,
Yeah.
Can I
they're
see a
like-
picture?
I'll show you
How old is
after.
sister? 14, you said?
She's 14.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend is a big old fat dude.
How old's her boyfriend?
I have no idea. Like same age.
Oh.
But I looked at my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. He's a big old fat dude too.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal. Good for me.
Oh my god. It's crazy.
We talk about the fights coming up, dude. We even talk about the fights coming up.
It's coming up.
Wait, hold on. Before we do that,
Yeah.
what's your pass?
It's Jessy Jess.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, my future wife is your hall pass.
Yeah. God, let me hit it once, dog.
Maybe I can hook you up.
All right, so this Thursday on
Let me work on it a little
PFL,
bit.
Yeah.
which of course no one knows about because they did no advertising.
I
but-
know about PFL because my friend Eves Edwards is one of the announcers.
All right, Lance Palmer is taking on.
Shout out to Eves.
He's taking on Juma Biake Tuksun. I don't know who that
Tuksun?
guy
You know what?
is.
Why is Lance Palmer fighting all these little shows?
Well, PFL
Why
is
is-
pretty big, but he's really good in that because he wins $1 million if he wins the tournament.
Oh, really?
It's $1 million.
Oh, yeah, I would do that too then.
Andre Harrison, 18-0. Another guy who beat Lance Palmer, who I think is going to win the tournament, him or Lance, is taking on Nazarene Malaguer. Jack May's fighting, I know him. Steven Seiler, who won his last fight. You want to see a crazy fight? Look at Steven Siro's last fight. He's taking on Alexander Almaty. Alex Nicholson, who's what's his name's best friend, Mike Perry's best friend, who just won on that porn card. They had MMA on Cam Soda.
What?
Yeah. And they had porn stars.
Is it like the one where they wrestled and the loser gets banged out?
No, it was a real MMA event. And Alex Nicholson beat what's his name? The guy that Rico Rodriguez on it. This is like 2 weeks ago.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
He's taking on Felipe Lins.
What's happening to the world?
Jared Rothschild's fighting, ex-UFC guy. He's also really good. He's taking on Kevin Tiller. I don't know who that is. Timur Valuev. Didn't you fight that guy?
Who?
Timur Valev. No, you didn't fight him, right?
No.
And Josh Huggy Bear Copeland taking on Sean Jordan. That's a good fight. And my friend Daniel Gallimore, Big Kansas, is fighting. That's a good. So that's all this week. And then in Invicta this Saturday, Jin Yu Frey, who actually is.
Why'd you say it like that?
Jin Yu Frey, you know Shadow Girls? Smoking hot. Also like
Are you pulling it up right now?
crazy doc. I think she's like a scientist or something.
What?
Yeah, she's like super. Or maybe like a brain surgeon, something like an insane job where you would not think a fighter does, but she does it against Mina Crusader.
That's
I don't
like
know her.
who else was like that? Carwin, Shane Carwin was like super smart.
Yeah, she's super smart. Also, Heather Jo Clark's fighting this Friday night. Your girl, Greg Wilson.
Yeah.
Friday night on Invicta on Fight Pass.
Sweet.
Kimberly Novis.
It's on Fight Pass?
Yeah, and Alexa Connors is fighting. That's Jesse's ex-girlfriend who slept in my bed. Carrie Knesset.
Did you sniff the sheets? Be real, bro.
Yeah, it was a
Sniffer lick or both.
It was
All right. Doesn't know what it smelled like.
it was a fish store in there. All right, and then also, and then UFC Fight Night. Anthony Smith has been on the podcast numerous times.
Is he headlining?
Yep, taking on Shogun, and I predict he is knocking out Shogun.
I hope
Really?
so, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a good dude.
Such a good guy. In his prime, he just beat Rashad Evans, knocked out
Wait,
Rashad.
is that the Joanna card? Is Joanna on that card, or is that the one after that
This
one?
is in Hamburg, Germany. I'll tell you the whole card.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, Anthony Smith, I'm trying to get it up. It's like my internet's being funny. But yeah, Smith, who do you think's going to win that fight?
I don't know. I'm kind of whatever about both, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Anthony Smith, though. He's a fucking good dude.
He is a good dude. But I haven't really seen too many of his fights.
He loves assholes.
He's good,
Like,
Vince.
he fucking cuddles next to my ass every
He's
fucking
just getting
night.
right in there.
He fucking, that's what he likes. Dude, don't
You got
judge
some
him,
peanut
bro.
butter back there?
Huh?
You got some peanut butter back there?
You know what? I went for a swim. It should be really clean, like chlorinated, a freshly chlorinated.
all right.
Asshole.
You're one of those guys when you fucking
So,
when
also-
you swim.
I'm looking around.
You
I got it in
swim.
there real good.
Also,
Make
shower
it clean.
too.
Also, Glover Teixeira is taking on Corey Anderson. I think Glover's going to win. He's number 3 in the world.
Really? You
Every
think-
time Corey steps up, he loses. Except his last fight he won. He beat Patrick Cummings, but I just think that Glover's too much. Glover's looked really good lately.
I think Corey, dude. I think he's gonna step up this time.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Also on the card, Stefan Struve.
Yeah.
I like Struve.
Sweet
I don't know the guy
Struve.
he's fighting, man.
He's the guy that wore
I'll
a
have to do a line
he's
of coke
fighting
in his honor.
Tabara, the guy that wore a diaper that fight.
It's
Remember
that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wait, Baby Albini?
Struve.
Marcin Tabara. Isn't that the guy that wore a diaper?
How tall?
No.
How tall
Oh.
is Struve? He's like 6'7" or something.
That's not the guy that wore a diaper?
Junior Baby Albini or something. This guy who wears a diaper,
Oh.
a Brazilian dude.
Everyone, it's Sweet Struve night.
Yeah, which means
everyone,
cocaine.
Everyone call your coke guy.
This fight's on Sunday. It's just piss. I'm fucking flying back Sunday.
Is that this week?
Yeah.
Really? God
Really?
damn it.
And then Mark Diakese is taking on Nasrat Hakparsart.
Good God.
Say that again. Do both names again. That was
All right,
great.
Mark Diakese. I think that's kind of right. Nasrat. All right, say this.
I have a lot of investments on that.
Say this.
I have a lot of
Let me
investments
try
on
to say
that.
HAQ.
Most of my major money's tied up on Nasrat.
Normally Q's don't go like there's a U after Q.
Hap-
It's HAQ PARAST.
Haparist.
I
I think it's Haparist. I think the Q's silent.
this is like someone took alphabet soup and just fucking took the
or
spoon.
it's Hakparist.
Maybe.
Hakparasta.
And then Alan.
It's
it was-
called double check it, security check it.
It was supposed to be Alan Jabbar, but he's out of that fight. Emil Meek.
What? He pulled out his. What happened?
Yeah, Alan broke his hand
No.
taking selfies. No, he honestly,
I was going to say modeling. Yeah.
he legit
Modeling.
broke his hand
When was this?
last week. And then Nick Hein, who's a big star in
Posing with
Germany.
watches.
Nick Hein has like soap operas in Germany. He's taking on Damir Hadzovic. See, they got to get guys I know. I understand they want to appeal to German markets, but come on.
They should just go by their nickname. If your name is that ridiculous, like, Just go by your nickname, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then
Like
on
Stylebender.
And then on Fight Pass, Ping Yang Lu
Oh my God.
is taking on Damian Stasiak.
Gotta go with Ping Yang Lu just for the name.
Jeremy Kimball, who's actually pretty good. Kimball's pretty good. Taking on Darko Stosic. And he actually, they don't even have him filled in, so he's actually Darko.
He's literally dark.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, that is not just a shadow.
And Manny,
Clever name.
and
That's
Manny,
just a funny nickname.
Manny Bermudez, who's 12-0. The Bermudez Triangle. That's the name. That's his thing.
That's pretty cool.
Is that brother?
I don't think so. It's maybe it looks like him
Does he
though.
look like what's his name?
Dennis Bermudez, kind of right.
No, he looks like lightweight.
And then taking on Davey Grant.
El Nino.
Yeah, he does look like El Nino.
Fuck, I can't.
So that's this week. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna watch it because it's on a Sunday.
What time is it?
I think it's like 9 a.m, live from Germany on a Sunday.
Wow.
So
Do you like when they do those cards?
And
And it's
also Bellator has a new app now. They merged with some app. It's $10 a month, but they're showing like really good boxing matches, like Wilder against that other guy, and they're showing exclusive Bellator fights. Who's gonna pay $10 a month for this?
that's excessive.
I thought you were going to say they have a new app. It's actually just the Domino's app. But the only way to see the fights is to
I
order
have
the
that
fucking
app.
pizza.
But then,
I have that
I'll
app.
tell you. Okay,
That app actually works really good. It works really great. You get
Tells you when that
pizza,
motherfucker's on the
and
way,
you get
too.
to see those fucking fights.
but I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to the most. UFC on Fox 30. Eddie Alvarez versus Dustin Poirier, the rematch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Ooh.
Dustin all day.
Also, Jeremy Stevens versus Aldo.
Ooh, I'm excited for that too. I feel like Jeremy Stevens should have a title shot.
Well, Jeremy stepped up to fight what's his name, but the guy turned it down.
Yeah, Ortega.
Ortega.
Yeah, he wanted to fight for the title. That's why.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Tisha Torres.
Yeah,
Interesting.
John Check.
I hope
Yeah.
Tisha wins. I like
Yeah.
Tisha.
No,
I like
you
Tisha
do.
too,
And
but-
she's a real sweetheart. But I don't think so.
You don't think she's gonna win?
No.
I don't know. Joanna, a lot of times once someone beats you once, it's like you lose your mojo.
She kind of just. I don't think that's the case here. I think she maybe got a little inflated. You know what I mean? Like she was.
She got a little
living
full of
that-
herself.
Yeah, she was living that champion's life, and I think that she didn't have to work as hard or try as hard to continue to win, and she got caught. That's what happens.
Also, Hakeem Dawada, who everyone's talking about, taking on Austin Arnett. It should be a good fight. Hakeem's been knocking everyone out, but then lost the last fight. Cajun Johnson is taking on Islam Makhachev. John McDessie versus Ross Pearson. He's back.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Ross Pearson?
He retires every other fight.
I didn't know he retired the last time.
He always retires. He's like Jay-Z. Fucking.
I
And
like
then
that.
Caitlin Kukajin, I like her.
Yeah.
Taking on Alexis Davis.
Ooh, I like Alexis.
I gotta go for Caitlin. And Nina Ansaroff, who's the girlfriend of the champ. She's the girlfriend of Nunez, taking on Randa Marcos.
Marcos. Oh, that's the girl with the red hair, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's coming up. What do we got coming up as far as shows? Brett?
This Saturday, another Down and Dirty at the Ha Ha Cafe, 10:45. If you would like to be on my guest list, just message me on any of the social medias.
And if I want to be a comedian and take your course, how do I do that?
Go to my website, thecomedyinstitute.com. I'll have a new round of workshops starting at the end of August.
And then what do you have coming up, Vince?
I have work, and that's it. I start school in August.
Greg, don't
Doing
move.
nothing
I want
right
to take a picture of him cuddling with you.
He's looking back
All
all
right.
guilty.
All right,
Yeah, I just
so-
got work in school. I don't got any fights coming up. Just training. Actually, in a week, I'm going to be flying out to Canton, Ohio to help a good friend of mine, Scott Bush, fight in his first MMA fight.
Nice.
So I'm going to go help him train, do that.
How do you know this guy?
I actually met him over the internet, and he was like a cool dude. He's the only person that I've allowed to be my Facebook friend that I don't actually know.
And you're
and
just
met
going
in
out
real
there to
life.
train him?
Yeah, and I'm going out there. He's flying me out there.
You don't think maybe this is like the beginning of a murder film?
I was about to say,
Maybe.
well, it was nice knowing you, Vince.
Maybe, but let me tell you how.
We'll
let
be
me,
sure to
let me
give
tell you why I
nice,
feel
accurate
safe.
description to the police when they arrive. We'll tell them everything you told us today. We'll be sure to play this episode.
Just tell them I have no regrets. Just tell them I have no regrets. They won't
no
care.
regrets.
No regrets. No regrets. So anyway, he was supposed to go to my fight in New York, but he wasn't able to go because some guy didn't cover his shift at work like he was supposed to.
Sounds like
So
you're
his-
being catfished.
But his girlfriend ended up going still. So I was hanging out with his girlfriend
hot?
out there. Yeah, he has a hot girlfriend.
Did she like you?
Yeah, she's a cool chick.
She was
bang
like,
his
was she
girlfriend?
trying to like?
No, not like that.
You totally banged this girl. Right?
No, I didn't.
Did you listen
Wait,
to
I'll tell you a funny story though.
Come out there. He's
No,
no,
but-
he's been waiting with like 9 dudes with
No,
baseball.
no, but check out this funny story. So.
Oh, this is so bad.
So I was hanging out there after the fight. We were at this pizza party, this pizza parlor, which
Wow, it's not an after
coincidentally,
party at a fucking
which yeah,
pizza
but I actually hooked up with one of the good chicks that worked at the pizza parlor.
Okay.
So
How was her pie?
the pie was
You know how to
great.
spin your dough.
Hey, check out my pepperoni.
She flopped it real good.
Give
So
her a little
anyway-
extra cheese.
So his girlfriend's out there, and I'm hanging out with her, like
came in
I'm
30
taking her
minutes
out
or less.
partying and stuff. But okay, so let me tell you the story. So
Things got saucy.
someone commented on one of my posts like, "Hey man, like yeah, sucks you lost, yada yada." But there was this cute little blonde that was like front row with a little sign that was all about you, and I saw her at the pizza place with you. He's like, I hope you went home with that. That was some nice ass or something like that. He wrote something like
Yeah.
that, like that was a nice piece of ass. And I commented, oh yeah, me and her definitely hung out that night. And then I tagged Scott, my friend, her
Yeah.
boyfriend, like just kind of
that's
like
funny.
look at this shit, like just to fuck around with him, you know what I mean?
Didn't
But-
someone also give you like a ton of weed as well?
yeah, so
One of our fans.
Jay, yeah, one of our
You-
fans,
you-
Jay.
You tagged him in it without denying that you had banged her. So, and then he's like, "Hey, that's cool. Come to Cleveland. I'll pay for you to come out here, and me and my friends will take care of you."
All right, Greg, I see your logic. It looks a little guilty now, but that's really not what happened.
And then one of our listeners brought you a ton of weed.
Yeah, Jay, let me see. John Swick.
Okay.
I didn't want to say his name was what his name was, but it
so
was John.
he came and gave you.
Yes, he heard the show when you called me, which I had a feeling that you were. I was on the show when you called me.
Yeah.
But so he called me, or he hit me up on Instagram. Was like, "Hey, what's up, man? I think I can take care of that problem." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "On the podcast." I'm like, "Oh, the weed." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "Right
I
on."
need coke. I need coke. I need coke. If anybody is within the area, I need coke. I'll be in Vegas at the end of the month. I will need coke.
If you
then
say it
as
faster,
well.
it doesn't make it better.
So if anyone in Vegas wants to help me with this affliction of not having coke, I'm kidding. Not that but if you brought some coke, I brought it.
All right. Okay. So the guy came out with a ton of weed for you.
Yeah, so he came through. He hit me up after the fight. Was like, "Hey, I can take care of that problem." I was like, "What problem?" And he's like, "On the podcast." And I was like, "Oh, weed?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Here's my Airbnb address. When will you be here?" He just sent me a picture back of his hand full of like blunts and joints. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't even smoke all that. That's way too much." He came over. He was over within like a half hour of my place. Got me and my coaches and all my friends that were with me.
We have
all
the best
stoned.
fans.
It was fucking amazing.
Dude, I had a guy who came to my
John,
show in Dallas. Well, he was an
you're
old friend,
badass.
but I hadn't seen him in forever. And he brought me like 2 eighths of really premium weed, which is hard to get in Dallas. Okay?
Yeah, certain
But,
places.
but I was all waiting. I'm like, this is great, but I really need some coke. He goes, God, I didn't bring the coke. He goes, all right, I'll be back in like 45 minutes.
He came back?
And he went and got coke, and he came back with coke.
Yeah, we
Yep.
have good fans.
His
So-
name is Jay Swick, 1991. Follow
my
him.
buddy
'cause
Josh.
John Swick. John is a fucking badass.
So this week I will be in Myrtle Beach, Carolina Comedy Club.
Playing golf?
No, doing comedy. This I don't know how to play golf. It's Wednesday to Saturday.
I think he doesn't have a baby.
Then
Don't go, baby. Don't go, baby.
Stay in there a little longer.
Don't tell your jokes.
then I'm pretty much
Pack it back in.
Then I'm pretty much off until actually I'm going to be in Montreal at the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Yeah, you are.
On the LOL showcase with Kevin Hart showcase, Montreal, July 28th. Then I will be in late August, Bellevue, Washington, at the Parlor, Thursday, August 30th. Springfield, Illinois, the Blue Room, August 31st. Chattanooga, Tennessee, September 6th to the 8th. Rochester with Jeremy Piven, September 20th, 21st. September 28th to 29th, Vancouver, New Westminster, British Columbia at Laugh Lines. And then the Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa with Jeremy Piven, October 11th to the 13th. And the 14th, the Funny Bone in Nebraska, again with Piven. Also, if you're on Amazon.com, or if you buy stuff off Amazon, go to AdamHunter.com first. Then buy stuff off Amazon. So she just
Wait a minute. Also, I'll be at the Stratosphere, the club you just played.
Yes.
I'll be there July 31st to August 5th. Oh, and the Laughs Unlimited Sacramento, July 27th to 29th.
Nice. Well, thank you, Jessy Jess. Thank you, Dan Hooker. We have 2 hookers on the show.
Oh shit!
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Greg. You guys are the
Trap
best.
songs trap dance. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Даадаш дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.